Good morning, Metro Nui! Welcome back to another episode of the Barraki Talk Show. We're your hosts, the Mielik brothers,
Jacob,
Samuel,
Thomas, and we're glad you're joining us today as we talk our way through the weird and wondrous world of Bionicle. But first, coming up on the Barraki Talk Show, Vezon and onions are like Shrek 2, okay? Umbra exists.
Yep. Enough said about that.
Daily reminder.
And he's bad.
Yep. Having the energized protodermis Xamaspheres would be pretty funny. It's like, I don't like my toast. Let's see what it turns into. And then it's like evil toast. It's like, dang you, energized protodermis entity. All that and more coming up on the Barraki Talk Show.
In 2006, the Bionicle story matured, tackling deeper subjects and more complex characters. From this new direction, the Toa Inika, the Piraka, and the Voya Nui saga were born.
To start off this shindig, I think we'll do three main things. We'll go through the plot so people can catch up on what the heck happened in Voya Nui. We'll go through the characters and how they're thematically linked by bringing up details in the plot. And then we will cover the technical recap of this whole era because there were a lot of funky things that went on in the technical department. Then we'll have a nice little Q&A.
An Ask Bonkle section?
Yes, it is an Ask Bonkle section.
Wonderful. And remember, if you have Ask Bonkle questions, type hashtag Ask Bonkle followed by your question in the comments section below. Or send us an email.
That's true. You can do both of those things.
Or a DM. Or a smoke signal. Or a
carrier
venom flyer.
A venom flyer. Send the venom flyer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, starting off with the plot. It begins when a group of 6 Skakti called the Piraka raid Makuta's base and are influenced by his essence to steal the Mask of Life. This is a very broad overview, okay?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I was just laughing more at the subject matter, not the summary.
Is Makuta getting crushed by a door funny to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Get red. So then the Piraka all go to the island of Voya Nui, where there are a small group of Matoran villagers. The Piraka enslave all of the Matoran using the antidermis that is Makuta's essence, and only 6 Matoran, known as Matoran Resistance, manage to stay free and fight back. Then the Toa Nuva show up on the island, and they get the brakes beat off of them. Like, it's not a fair fight or a particularly close one. And then the Matoran Resistance help them, and they get back all their tools, and then Brutaka one-shots all of them.
I get knocked down, and I get up again.
And then they get knocked down, and it's over.
They did not get up again.
It's all very sad. But then another team of Toa show up, and these are the Toa Inika, who were a group of Matoran led by Jala to go follow the Toa Nuva on their journey, because all the Turaga of Metro Nui were like, they're probably dead and failed. The universe is doomed. And Jala's like, are we gonna just let that? We should do something about that, okay? And they're like, grrr! But then he got a bunch of people and they win anyway. So they show up, they become Toa because they've been transformed by the Red Star. And through the first book of their adventures in Power Play, they're learning how to use their masks and unique powers to fight back against the Piraka with the help of the Matoran Resistance. So they fight in the end of the book and lose to the Piraka when Brutaka's power is stolen by Hakan and Thok. So those two decimate everyone there, go off, fight each other, blow up a giant hole, then the Toa come, steal the power, give it back to Brutaka, and now there's a big ol' entryway to the Mask of Life chamber in the ground. So, in Inferno, they all go down that chamber, and this is where they encounter a bunch of tests and trials, essentially. So, in the first chamber is the Chamber of Fear. For the Piraka, they encounter the mythical figure Irnak, and they defeat it by Zaktan giving a speech about how cool and scary he is and how scared he is of himself.
And for Samuel, he has to edit an episode of the Barraki Talk Show where I am constantly telling him to do random things.
Yeah. I was going to say Samuel edited, but I couldn't think of anything. Yeah. Samuel edited something funny now.
Samuel, edit in a picture of you going down into the chamber and seeing my
picture of
face.
me editing this episode.
Just
What?
So the Toa in this chamber, they fight a bunch of their greatest villains, accidentally kill them, and then it's revealed that those villains were actually the Toa Nuva. And they're all sad, but they're like, we should continue on anyway. But then it's revealed that the Toa Nuva were also fake, and they're like, okay, I guess it kind of evens out. Then they go into the next chamber, and the Piraka get put in the teamwork chamber, where if they don't work together, they get dumped into mutagenic water and a bunch of fire jets. As you can imagine, they don't work together. Radak betrays them, they get dumped into water, there's a bunch of fire jets, but they manage to just worm their way out of it.
It lied. The voice lied.
One of the funniest things ever. So then the Toa come upon the death chamber, where they have to have someone die to advance. So Motoro's like, kill me now, and he gets instantly obliterated, and they're like, oh, that's a bummer. And then he gets instantly resurrected. They're like, hey. All these chambers are evening out to neutral for them.
Seriously.
So then
Toa and their caves, man.
yeah. Then they both converge onto the next chamber, which is just a chamber with a bridge over a lake of lava. The Piraka have set an ambush, but the Toa Inika aren't stupid. They're like, okay, we see the Piraka have set an ambush. They have a big fight. The Toa Inika actually lose this fight because the bridge is super unstable, but the Piraka don't finish them off for some reason, and the Piraka ski-daddle onto the main chamber, the Chamber of Life. This is where the Mask of Life is, and of course it has Vezon and Fenrak in here. So, Vezon goofs around, tricks the Piraka, and then beats them. So they're all unconscious. The Toa come in, and they're like, okay, and they start fighting Vezon, have a bit of a tussle, use some cool tricks and tactics, but eventually how they beat him is they freeze him in stasis, and they manage to use the Mask of Telepathy to make Vezon kind of temporarily more insane, and the mask more accepting of their stewardship of it. So then Motoro grabs it, but then he drops it, and the mask shoots off all the way through the cavern and plunges way down into the water below Voya Nui. So they go to try and get it. They fail. Holly comes back up because she was saved. She was going to drown, and she was saved by Matoran, who came from underneath and says, "There's a city under the water. I need your help." And then he dies. So the Toa Nuva have been rescued, though, as a side note, and they go off on another mission, while Axon leads the Toa Inika down to go into the city underwater. Axon and Brutaka, as their little side note, Axon beat up Brutaka, had Botar take him to the pit, and then went and met up with the other people. So that's all the plot events that happen. There's literally no other plot events. Not a single thing. I didn't skip over anything.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now, any thoughts on the plots?
Is good.
Is
good.
good. I feel the same way. Like, I feel like, honestly, they pretty much nailed what they were trying to go for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's cool. I liked putting it in this condensed format because it shows how much happens in the event and how much it seems that they've journeyed and traveled and learned and grew in essentially just 2 books for the Toa. And it's like, okay, I really like that. It leaves you satisfied and like, I understand their struggles and their journey just from how little we get of this.
I also really like how this whole story develops 2 Toa teams, right? Because you get to know the Nuva a lot better after this too, right? And it's like, that's pretty cool that you got to see someone that was already defined, like a team that was already defined, and give them way more, like, not way more personality, but they definitely do have more personality at the end of this than what it felt like we had before. And then the Inika get, you know, this is their first appearance as a Toa team, but not as characters, but we get to see them fully developed as a team. And it's like, that's really impressive, actually, that they were able to do that simultaneously and make it feel natural.
Yeah. Like when the Nuva show up on the island, you're like, yeah, they would do that. When the Inika show up on the island, you're like, yeah, they would do that.
Yeah.
And you get to see how the different strategies and mindsets play out against the same foe. So yeah, I thought it was all very well done. And there's so much fun dialogue and goofy character stuff, and just it's a great plot to read through, and has all the addendum and additional stuff that you'd want when reading a book.
I think it's kind of wild too, because this plot is so character focused and yet so lore heavy at the same time, which is really impressive. But it does suffer a little bit from dropping some of the mythology part of the Bionicle kind of aesthetic, a little bit. Now, I do think that there are aspects of it that like bring that in and tie that in, like the Mask of Life itself is a huge driving force for that. But it does definitely have some issues with like demythologizing things a little bit.
Especially with having like the scene with the great beings and putting a time cap on the beginning of the universe. It's like the universe is 100,000 years old.
Yeah.
Stop. It's like, that's a little interesting.
Right. Yeah, it just seems like the more like things are continuing to get explained, and now it's like, despite the fact that these books are called legends, this is actually less of a legend and more of a chronicle, whereas the chronicles are actually more like legends in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Or the tales are the same way.
Since Holly was the chronicler and chronicler was taken, she's like, fine, I'm legendary. Okay, I'm just writing that down.
Yeah, I honestly feel like if you're gonna go tales, is it? No, it's adventures. Chronicles, Adventures, Legends.
Yes.
I think if you really wanted to do it in the way that it feels more accurate, it would go Legends.
I think Adventures
Legends,
is fine.
Adventures, Chronicles. Yeah, Adventures works.
Yeah,
more or less.
Yeah. And the Toa Metro do go on some crazy adventures.
Yeah.
But they don't go left.
Actually, you know what? I would switch it up. The first wave would be Adventures, because it really is about the adventures of the Toa.
I think Legend. You have to go with Legend.
Because I think Metro Nui is more legendary.
Well,
because it's them literally like telling a legend.
That's true. It is the city of legends.
Yeah. So I think it would actually go Adventures, Legends, Chronicles. So that's what I think.
Any way but the way they did it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But shall we discuss now the characters and the themes of Bionicle? Like, there's no themes. I can't identify a theme here. Because I was going to go through the characters and then like we can kind of extrapolate themes for what they're going for, right?
Yeah.
So for the Toa generally, I like that they really demonstrate like the three main themes of Bionicle: unity, duty, destiny, right? It's like, okay, they're all united, and especially for a Toa team, they are the most united, which is shown to work because off the bat, they are the most competent Toa team starting off that we've seen and will ever see, pretty much. So I really enjoy that. And also, duty is obviously very present. Like, we have to both protect the Matoran of the island, take down evildoers, and get the mask, right? And then destiny obviously plays into it because they were transformed by the Red Star to become Toa, so that's destiny working its plan. The Mask of Life only goes with them because it can sense the destiny about them. It's like, yeah, these guys are kind of supposed to have it. So I think them as a team plays in very well to the core themes of Bionicle.
Yeah. It's clear. Like, it's easy to see. It's not ambiguous.
And I think it's super easily contrasted with the Piraka, who it's like have none of the core virtues. And that obviously, again, illustrates the theme super well. It's like, why do they fail? Because they're always backstabbing each other. They're always out for only themselves. And Destiny does not have their back, right? Especially with like Vezon, who's technically a Piraka. Destiny's like, I'm gonna fuse to the back of your head and then curse you for all time. It's like, I don't think Matanui's fond of this fellow.
Nui actively hates him, actually.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the mask hates him. We don't know if Nui hates Vezon specifically. That would be funny, though. He wakes up from his sleep, curse
like,
that
I hate
guy.
that guy. I hate that guy.
Matoro getting evaporated in the Chamber of Death was because Nui thought it was Vezon. Yeah.
It's like, he's the guy with the mask. I just,
Yeah. Do we want to talk about any of the specific Toa or move on to the Piraka?
I do, like, we've said this a lot, but I just really love the interactions with the different Toa. I think, unfortunately, one of my main takeaways with many of the Toa is the fact that they are in some ways underutilized. You know, I almost feel like every Toa has a lot of good moments, but none of them like really quite get like their moment to shine. In a lot of ways, the Piraka are the stars of this wave. And like,
that is true, yeah.
And that is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I love the Piraka. The Piraka are amazing and fun. But there's not like one standout moment for any of the Toa that just like
I think I'll disagree, because I think the Motoro sacrifice is definitely a standout moment, and I think Kongu and the Mask of Life is a standout moment. Not necessarily because he did anything like super heroic, but just because there's a cool use of abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's just, I mean, like, that's true, but it's hard to, like, put your finger on, like, you know.
It's no Vakama about to smash the Mask of Time moment.
Yeah,
you know?
You're not sitting there like, holy cow.
Yeah. Holy cow.
And also, since the Toa never really have, like, one strong foe to fight either, you don't end up with, something like the Toamata,
versus
Makuta, or the Nuva taking on the Balrog Queens, or something like that.
You could say that with Vezon and Fenrak. Is kind
of
do
a little bit
of
that.
But it's not
the
that.
same.
It's not the same.
Especially since he's not evil for like his own sake, essentially.
Exactly.
So it's like when they defeat him, you're like, okay, he was just a dude.
He was a pawn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and so they never have like a super strong standout moment individually to me, and they also never have like a super strong standout moment as a team. But it's made up for by the fact that they are just really strong characters individually. Like their personalities, their interactions, there's, all of those small moments are really good.
This team shines where the Nuva and Mata also shine, where it's just the character interactions between them are just so fun and entertaining. Like, yes, please, 20 more pages of character interaction, please. It's just such a joy to read about, but also where I think they excel character-wise is having that little bit more depth than the Nuva or whatever, like, because they had that personality, they had the 3 layers as we've discussed, right? So I think that makes them, if not great, at least very good across the board.
Yeah.
With only Hyuki and Kongu, as we discussed, being a little lower than the others just from lack of content.
I like that they are portrayed like actual friends would be portrayed in a story, right? Like, it's believable. You would, if you were just reading this, knowing nothing of their past, like reading them as Toa, you go, oh, these guys are probably like pretty close friends. And it's true because they are, like, we know their interaction as Matoran, and it comes across, it is well written in the books where it's like they feel like friends, and it contrasts to the Metru in a lot of ways, because there's a part early on where I think it's Hyuki who gives Kongu some grief about something, and they all just kind of laugh, and even Kongu chuckles at it, and it's like that would never happen in the Metru, like at least not in the early Metru, for
Kongu
sure.
and Hyuki are always like sniping and joking at each other, but then they laugh because they're friends, you know, right?
And it's exactly, like they know they're gonna get each other back at some point, and so it's like and they can, it seems like they can see the truthfulness in the remark, right? Whereas the Metru, like when they make fun of each other, it's like maybe a few of them laugh, but not everybody laughs, and it's like,
always at someone else's expense.
Exactly. Yeah. And so it's interesting seeing that. Like, that to me is a really good way to define their friendship, right? Like when those moments happen and that's how they play it off, it's like, oh yeah, these guys are actually friends, like, because that is what friends do, right? And it's like, I just like that aspect of it.
Yeah, and I think as another counterpoint to the Piraka, that really helps solidify like why they are the heroes of this story. Like, I think these books do a great job of showing both that the Toa are heroes and that the Toa are really cool, right? Because a lot of times you'll have the good guys a hero, but they're way lamer than the villain. Whereas with the Inika, it's like, no, I can, both aesthetically and personality-wise, I can see myself like rooting for them, hanging out with them, being like in awe of their power or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think it does super well with the Piraka, who all their small interactions are like, how can I get ahead? How can I push this guy off a cliff for fun? What do I get out of this conversation that's helping me immediately, right? Like, building strong friendships never occurs to them as a tactic that could actually yield results.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. And then I think as characters, going on characters themselves, Motoro is so interesting and fascinating to me because his mask is so bizarre and unique, right? And he's got this, I don't know, just this motif of like death and disembodiment and like higher order kind of stuff going on, which will be paid off massively later.
Yes, sir, Bob.
Yeah. Then you get the excellent leadership of Jala, which again is a standout and highlight. It's just wonderful to see. That's my only comments on the characters because we've gone in depth before.
Yep.
2 episodes worth of in depth.
Exactly.
But now the Piraka. Yeah. So what have we not said about the Piraka already?
I have no idea. I feel like we have discussed them too.
Yeah.
Ad nauseum, as they say.
Let's sum up our feelings on the Piraka, okay? They are just the most conniving, selfish, literally the most selfish people that I can even possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And they act on it constantly. They never learn, ever. And they are just the worst.
It would actually be really funny to do this to someone who doesn't know Bionicle at all and just be like, describe the most selfish person you could possibly think of and just compare it with the traits of the Piraka because I'm pretty sure it'd be spot on.
Yeah. And it's even funny because I was thinking about the Borak Call, and I'm like, well, we always said the Borak Call were evil, but I'm like, at least the Borak Call could work as a team. Like, they formed a Kaida.
Yeah.
Imagine the Piraka forming a Kaida. They only do one thing together, and that's creating the elemental monster to do the Matoran. But even then, one of them tries to kill the other while they're doing that. So it's like...
Brilliant.
2 of them fused together.
From the Spear of Fusion.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Two of them are forced to fuse together.
Choice.
They go crazy, beat up all their comrades, and then pass out from the exhaustion.
I think the funniest part about the Piraka is I think they're probably the single-handedly the reason why Kaida died out as a concept.
Yeah. So, like, there's no justification that could possibly exist. And I think it's best exemplified with Vezon and Vezak, because it's the same person split apart, and they hate each other's
they
guts.
don't even want to be near each other.
So it's like, that is self-loathing brought to life. But zero self-awareness. Like, it doesn't dawn on him as some sort of, like, ethical thing that he's a terrible person. It's just like, no, I gotta kill this jerkwad who stole my brain.
I like how it doesn't dawn on any of them, right? Like, none of them make that connection at all.
Yeah. It could have come off as they're just naive about how the world works and they're just selfish, but they know what is going on. They know that people can be better because they've been around Toa and other organizations enough. Yeah. They even know, like, the concept of loyalty because they were in the Dark Hunters. They just do not care.
Yeah.
Does not enter their... It enters their brain and is immediately expunged, is how I will say it.
It's just like when the battle droids in episode 1 are like, does not compute.
Yep.
It's like that's the Piraka when they see any good trait, any good virtue.
They're like, unity, duty, destiny. What is this crap? Nah, get that out of here. me.
Me, myself, and I.
The
3 virtues.
Yes. Well, I think Hakan talks about that in one of the...
Does he?
I think...
I can't remember.
He makes a temple. He's like, that's where my temple will be. Like, what will it be dedicated to? The 3 things I value most. Me, myself, and I.
That's funny. What book is that in?
I think it's in the first book.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that
Maybe we discussed it. That's where I got it from.
I think we did, but yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
But now we move on to the Matoran. So, I liked the Matoran at the beginning when we were talking about them. I got to know them, but they become completely irrelevant later on.
Yeah, they're very sidelined, like hard sidelined right at the end.
Which is annoying because I would have liked to see them fight with the Toa, like do some sort of combo powers, because especially some of the tools they have, that could go crazy, right? Like Kongu could have used vacuum power around himself and Kazi, and then Kazi could have clapped his tools outside the vacuum bubble, so they'd be protected from the sonic boom, but it'd take out a Piraka or something, right? There's so many cool combos, especially with Dalu's little enhancement things that you could have just had, like, I don't know, Hyuki just obliterate Radak and send him flying.
I think that was the reason that they got sidelined, is because in combination with the Inika powers, there would have been no chance for the Piraka. And so I think it was kind of like we'll just quietly remove them.
Yeah.
I just love the fact that they, like, randomly gave the Matoran these overpowered tools. It's like, at no point in the story up to this point have Matoran ever had, like, any sort of notoriety and powers.
I mean, and suddenly depends on how you classify disc launchers.
Anyone can use the disc launch. Anyone could use the Matoran tools too, I guess.
Yeah.
But, like, but then
But
they're
they're
just
unique.
suddenly like, you get the most overpowered thing we can possibly think of. Here you go.
Yeah.
This won't affect the story at all, I'm sure.
Yep. I do like it though for the fact that it completely justifies why they're able to hold off against the Piraka.
Well,
Yeah.
and survive on Voya Nui.
Yeah, and survive on
right?
Voya Nui.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I think it's great. It's just so funny that it's just like, here you go.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
It is great. But it does add that little bit of spice and zest that I think makes these Matoran really memorable. Because when I was typing out the names, I'm like, let me see if I can do them from memory. And I was able to do them all. So, Garen, Balta, Dalu, Kazi, Velika, Piruk. Although I will say, the Nuju mask makes Kazi.
It's so true.
Yeah.
When we I can't remember what episode we talked about them, but I was intentionally testing myself to see if I could remember them when I was editing and grabbing pictures of them. And I was like, all right, who, like getting them all, like, I'm missing one. Who am I missing? And I was like, oh, Kazi. And I only remembered it because you said it as I was listening to it. I'm like, something about the Nuju mask really just...
It doesn't seem Matoran to me
Yeah.
at all. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like too tall or something.
I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, I could see that actually.
Or maybe because like the scope lens, since it is so large on it, it's like as big as his entire arm.
he's just going to tip over.
Yeah, exactly. It just looks bizarre to me. And also Kazi has the least presence in the story. Like he shows up, does two things, is done forever. He's like, yeah, I knew Axon was there the whole time. It's like, what? I don't know. It's just
In true Nuju fashion, has all this information, decides just not to share it.
yeah. I do like the Velika Garen dynamic where Velika will say a random proverb or parable and then Garen
just
interprets
knows it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I think it's fun. And it
It
is,
doesn't, but how does he know that? We never went over that.
how does
How does Garen, like...
He's
how is-
probably just used to it.
Yeah,
like,
he's just
I
used
guess
to
that
it.
makes
because you can sort of
The
understand the
proverbs
riddles
are,
or you
you
proverbs.
can
Yeah.
figure them out.
So
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
yeah, if you're around him enough, it'd be
And
like,
Garen
okay.
is shown to be intelligent and socially intelligent, so like he'd be able to decipher what the context of the situation is, and with his normal intelligence, be able to like analyze and figure out what the words Kazi or Velika is saying
Yes.
actually mean, right?
It's
So-
kind of funny. I feel like I didn't really appreciate the Matoran very much before going into this series.
Yeah.
Because, and especially like Velika, like, okay, yeah, we know about Velika.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Velika, okay?
Yeah.
Especially for that one reason that
Yeah.
I'll talk about later.
Because he has Onua's mask.
Yeah. But like, I really came to appreciate Dalu more, and I love that they actually gave her like, kind of a different personality from what we see with like God Matoran.
Yeah, I think the
often.
Matoran all have unique and vibrant personalities, aside from Piruk. Piruk, I'm just like...
Well, what does he do? Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
He just steals some
He's
stuff
the
and then...
stealthy little
yeah.
munchkin who doesn't do anything after that.
Exactly. It's like, okay, great. I'm so glad you're here, Piruk. You really contribute a lot. It's like his one trait, when he's nervous, he clings his shredder claws together. Okay. Like, I remember his shredder claws more than him because, like, they're the size of him and they're supposed to look like his hands. It's like, okay, that's a little bizarre there, boy.
Axon's like, I know how you feel.
True.
Yeah. But I think the idea of the Matoran resistance is a good thing to have because, like, as we're going through the stories, it's like the Matoran get more and more competent, right?
Yeah.
Chronologically.
Yeah.
In Metro Nui, they're helpless. In Mata Nui, they're competent. In Voya Nui, they're very competent. And going into Mara Nui, that will continue because they are hyper good at like what they do.
I think it's really smart, yeah, because it works well with the settings, right? Like they're adapting them to the setting and it feels reasonable, right? Like, and
because if they weren't this competent in Voya Nui, you'd be like, how did they survive here?
Yeah. And it also lends itself well to the Inika being so well prepared, right? Because you've already seen from Mata Nui that there are not stupid, like the Matoran aren't just inherently stupid. There are some that are very good at what they do and very smart. And so when you get to Metro Nui and you take that step backwards, you're like, this feels really weird, but given the situation, it kind of makes sense. And then you get to see them excel in Voya Nui, and it's very believable because they've taken those stages and been able to see them in those different environments, and it's satisfying.
Yeah, I like it. But now we move on to the titans of this wave, which are like that secret sauce. I just believe them to be. Because like Brutaka and Axon are two just overwhelmingly powerful forces. One good, one bad, right? It's like to make sure the story's not a total stomp, Brutaka has to ambush Axon while he's fighting the Piraka. And even then that puts him out of commission for just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And they're kept apart for so long with their proxy factions, the Toa and the Piraka, fighting each other, but they both know the entire stakes of the situation and have the power to change the entire battle. So when they finally go head to head, just like, oh, I denounce you.
I cast you out.
I think that they really deserve the title Titan. Like, of all the Titans we've looked at up to this point, like, yes, it's just a way to refer to these one-off sets specifically, but like having that title for them feels right. Like, they are these bigger than life sort of characters who just have so much power and so much story behind them, right?
Well, because like you see the Shadowed One and Sentrak, you're like, yeah, those guys are big guys. You see Brutaka and Axon, and you're like, these guys are titans.
They're titans, like the Greek mythology titans. Like that, if they were to really just go at it full force, they would be destroying mountains, right? They would be leveling islands.
Yeah.
And that is the feeling you get from them. And I really like that because it's the first time that we've really seen that.
Yeah, like the only other time you've seen it has really been with like the Zivon and the Tatorok,
yeah,
where they're literally
That's true.
decimating Metro Nui.
Or even with like Makuta, right?
Yeah.
But you have two different instances, because you have one that's a Rahi, it's mindless, it's, you know, they don't really think, they're just reacting. And then you have one character that's just pure evil. And actually one thing that I picked up on was the fact that when you say, you know, you were like one that's pure good, that one that's bad, right? Brutaka is not really evil exactly in the same way Makuta is.
He's
evil.
not evil in the same
He's
way.
not irredeemable. We'll put it that way. That's a little
He's selfish
spoiler
and cowardly is how it happens.
Right.
But it's not like Makuta, where he's just has the will to dominate all life based on his pride and ego.
Okay, Sauron.
Well, so
can I finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
But I was gonna say, and so what's unique about Axon and Brutaka is that they are minds. They are people that are, you know, like not necessarily single-mindedly focused. They have goals and ambitions, but they also have worries and fears and you know, all these things that are like weighing on them. And like, it's the first time we've gotten to see characters that have those limitations with also tied to such extreme levels of power. And it's really cool.
Well, and I think it works cool. Or did you want to say something, Sam?
Oh, I was just going to say, since you brought up Lord of the Rings, I was thinking about Brutaka and Axon remind me very much of Gandalf and Saruman, which it's like they have so much more power than the average person. Not quite on the level of Axon and Brutaka, right? But they do feel like these two massive forces that when they go head to head, it's like this is going to be very dangerous, right? And they also fall into the same category, whereas like Saruman is not just evil. He is a thinker and he considers himself wise, and it's his pride and hubris that brings his downfall, right? Which is very much like Brutaka.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's very
and so
much like
and I
Brutaka.
feel like Axon shares the same sort of vibe as Gandalf does, right? He's trying to guide them. He's trying to, like, he can't do it for them, but he can get them as close to it as he can.
Yeah, he's
like,
a guide. He's humble. He's like, go forth and do this, right? He enables other people. Whereas Brutaka is like, I'm going to use the Piraka as meat shields or pawns and then get rid of them, right? And when, like, he's like, I'm going to do everything myself. I'm taking out the Toa Nuva. I'm taking out Axon. So, yeah, it's definitely that sort of dynamic. And I was going to say, thematically, it also links because, like, Axon's aligned with the Toa, right? So he obviously shares the unity, duty, destiny with his side. And Brutaka's taking on more the Piraka traits. And Brutaka's part of his downfall is that the Piraka betray him, like, almost instantly. And then when his consequences catch up, Botar comes in, the ultimate symbol of, like, law and order. And he has nowhere left to hide because he was scheming, he was cowardly. And Axon won't be able to get him off, right? Because it's not his job.
Yeah.
So I just think it's cool that Axon's allies are able to take out Brutaka, and Brutaka's treachery also contributes to that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Umbra exists.
Yep. Enough said about that.
Daily reminder. Umbra
And he's bad.
Yep. No thematic, nothing. He's just a dude who's really dedicated to his job.
With a bad color scheme.
True.
What about Green and Keytorange says, I am a guy who can turn into a bolt of light.
Nothing about it says.
Exactly.
Imagine.
Although his completely
Jacob,
original
you
and unique
misunderstood.
mask is really cool.
It was actually the blue and red glowing parts of his staff that made me think he could turn into light. That's what they were going for.
Yeah.
That just makes me think he's a cop.
Imagine you're going half the speed of light and he pulls you over and he's like, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to pull over, but he's going light speed.
I'm going to need to see your license.
Yeah. Your light sense.
Your light sense.
Okay, Samuel, you know what to do.
Failed puns counter or just a regular pun
No, that was
counter?
a successful pun. We have not failed a pun.
I need you to make Umbra with a cop hat.
Oh, okay.
It's like a top hat.
Yeah.
A cop hat.
And then like make it a meme like, sir, I'm gonna need to see your light sense. Please.
Okay,
So
if I remember, well, I'll listen
Yeah, how are
to
we gonna
this.
forget?
So
It's literally in the episode.
Yeah.
maybe Thomas will cut this out and be gracious to me, and then I'll forget.
No, this is going bloopers at the very least. But Irnak is also a Titan who exists, and I heckin' love Irnak. Just funny. Well-spoken, evil, mythological Skakti guy.
I wish that there was more of Ernak.
Me
really.
too.
Though my only complaint about Ernak has nothing to do with him as a character, but like when we were talking about, I was trying to remember like how they defeat like how Zactan. My French was coming out.
Oh, Zacton. Too much player skill. No, Holly's French,
Samuel, you know
remember?
what to do.
My bad.
Zactan with a French with
With
a
a
beret and a baguette.
baguette.
With the Eiffel Tower in the background.
And
but,
he needs a
oh,
curly
no.
mustache.
But it's not the Eiffel Tower, it's the Colosseum.
Okay, that would
Oh.
actually
It
be
starts
kind
as
of
the
fun.
Eiffel Tower, and then when I say no, it's not the Eiffel Tower, it's the Colosseum. You switch to the Colosseum.
And then the motto is "You surrender."
No, what
This time you're surrendering.
No, what I was going to say is Zactan gets out of his mind, but they never address why Ernak let him out. Like he just spits him back out,
Yeah,
and then
it's 'cause
is
he's made
able
of
to
prototypes.
defeat him. Oh yeah, sure, that's the reason.
No, that's
'cause
the
he's like-
answer to everything.
Yeah, prototypes.
Prototypes.
Greg's like, yeah, it was just prototypes. They're like, what? I was asking what the weather is. Prototype
Prototypes.
weather.
Duh.
But it was just like it seemed so weird as a thing for Ernak to do. Just be like, well, fine, I'll just let you
I know,
out
it's like,
to see what happens.
What a weird and
It's like-
strangely honorable thing almost, but it's like he shouldn't
but
have honor.
Yeah, like there was no reason for it, and no, like we hadn't established enough of his character to feel like that was
Yeah.
a good choice for him to make.
But it was cool because Ernak felt like he had depth and a character that we could have explored.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In opposition to Umbra, who was like, I wish we had less of him.
Slight
Get
side
him off
note.
my screen.
Slight side note, but by the way, we need to come up with a term for side note that's like
Boxor.
It's not Boxor. It's not Boxor because it's not totally off topic, but it's like slightly off topic. So like, what are the things that Nuperu made before the
the crawl.
the
Crawley.
Crawley. Yeah. Crawley. Slight Crawley here. Isn't it so weird that prototypes have a canonical design and they're so weird looking? I kind of hate it.
It's because they look exactly like Protodax, which is just enlarged forms of protodytes made by the Mask of Life.
But why?
because they needed one more combiner, and they're like, these guys are in the series. I know prototypes exist.
It's just weird. It makes me uncomfortable.
I like how in the Inferno episode we didn't even address the protodax at all.
They weren't relevant.
They have no purpose. Like they don't actually do anything.
They show up and Umber kills them.
But it is kind of important to know that they're there. They're a thing.
Yeah.
So
they were a thing. Then they got killed.
Yes, that's true.
Anyway, that was my side note.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Your crawly.
My crawly.
Your crawly.
What I also really like Irnak because he gives me Krampus vibes. And then
that's what I said.
Yeah,
that's what you said in the
very Krampus.
I think you still haven't done more research on Krampus, okay?
But I also love that he's like, he's not real.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it kind of interesting. You know what other vibes he gives me? It's very like more Bazak, energized protodermis entity, that kind of archetype where it's, you know.
He just kind of gives me Karzani, the plant vibes. Yeah. Where he's like a one-off, very powerful, sophisticated
I meant Karzani, not
villain.
more Bazak.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up. I get the plant creatures mixed up.
Yeah, shame on you, Jacob.
I know.
The Toa of plant life would be so disappointed in you.
The Toa of plant life, there is a canonical one that definitely exists for real.
Yeah, they do. They exist.
Oh yeah, name one.
We see I can't name them. They don't
exactly.
Have
they don't have names.
But they beat one up in Legacy of Evil. Okay. So now Vezon is the last of the Titans and the last before we move on to the technical section. And I love Vezon. I think he is great as he's just a fun personality that isn't watered down. Like he's quirky and weird, but in a way that's quirky and weird to everyone else in the world. Like they don't find him particularly funny. They just find him mildly entertaining at best. And he is sympathetic, but still evil, and evil of his own intent, not like he was forced upon it, right? So it makes for just an interesting and unique character. And we'll see him go on to do other stuff that is very fun.
I love Vezon and Fenrak, but mostly Cardis.
I don't like Fenrak that much.
Mostly Cardis.
I don't like Cardis.
We know you don't like Cardis.
I know.
Because you just have bad
I'm just
opinions.
leaving that as a note there.
You have bad opinions. Clip that.
No.
Clip that, Jamie. Bad opinions.
Clip that. Clip that. Clip that. Clip that. SpongeBob, clip that. 1, 2, 3.
No.
I can't believe no.
Yeah, I hate that song.
Yeah.
I'm putting this as a note. It is
now.
the official stance of the Barraki talk show that the song Big Guy by Ice Spice is bad.
Yep.
And made the movie worse, actually.
Yep. Agreed.
Anyway, for all the Transformers fans out there who care.
About SpongeBob?
Exactly.
Or about Ice Spice?
I'm saying I'm like... I'm Ice Spice as a Transformer.
Ice Spice with my little...
Wait, I want to hear his reasoning. I was confused by this.
Well, I was just saying that our audience probably has few SpongeBob fans, and as we mentioned before, is probably made up of 100% Transformers fans.
That makes
more
sense.
It was a joke with so many layers.
There were so many layers there I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Yep. You got to peel back all those layers.
It's like an onion inside of an onion.
Yeah. That's a niche reference to the movie Shrek 2.
What?
No, it's not.
What the heck is wrong with you?
Well, like onions from Shrek 1. But then he said an onion inside another onion. Much like Shrek 2 being inside the Shrek franchise started by number 1. It's genius.
Like if Onion was in that second Knives Out movie, then it would have been an onion in an onion.
This is Boxor.
Wait, there was an onion inside the glass onion in Glass Onion.
Was there?
Yeah, because
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is he cutting an onion?
No, I think he just has that as an example.
Oh.
See, this is Boxor.
Yeah. No, this is clearly Crawley, okay?
This is not Crawley. This is
it's related because
Boxor.
Because Vezon and onions are like Shrek 2, okay? In that I like them quite a bit. I'm quite fond of onions and Vezon.
No, we've said plenty about Vezon, but just, really good character all around.
He's like the Joker of Bionicle, almost. Like, not in his actions necessarily, but in the same sort of vibe, like the feeling that you get where you're like, this guy is bonkers, and it's massively entertaining to watch him do anything.
And I think it's really helped that he's essentially powerless without the mask, because you're like, yeah, he's crazy, but what's he gonna do? Like stab you with a spear? Any Matoran can do that. Like he's not that overwhelmingly harmful. Like if he got Brutaka's power, now we're talking a serious threat. So yeah, he's a goofy little guy. And Greg has said he's one of his favorites to write about, which I'm like, yeah, we could tell Greg.
Understandable. And I agree. You are now entering the set and technical portion of the podcast. This is where we examine the real-world production and set design of the LEGO Bionicle toy line.
Now we move on to the technical section, don't we? Can we all agree on that? Onion.
Onion.
SpongeBob onion. 1, 2, 3.
Thomas,
No.
get out of here. Get out.
How many people do you think have clicked off just right now?
I hope all of them. I want to click off, and I'm unfortunately forced to be here.
But speaking of unfortunately forced to be here, new major design changes on the technical front. Yes. The new headpieces.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of those.
change. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go through all the different changes, and we're just going to say
Thumbs
bad
up
or
or
good.
thumbs down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
bing.
New heads
Bad.
Ooh.
for the Toa.
Yes.
New heads for Piraka.
Mixed feelings.
Yeah. New masks for Toa.
Bad.
Boo.
New masks for Piraka. Good.
I'm kind of on the Piraka.
I like the Piraka.
I like them. I think they're cool.
I forgot they make heckin' cool shoulder pads. I'll give them a yes.
Yeah. New hydraulic pieces.
Yeah.
Good. Big thumbs up. New feet and armor for Toa.
Yeah.
Good.
I like
Yeah.
the Toa
Yes.
feet.
Yep.
And the body armor is good. The two different body armor pieces are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Xammer Sphere launchers.
Also
Big
good.
thumbs
Good.
up.
Best launcher.
Oh, easy.
So good.
Yeah. Only rivaled, I think.
By the
By
squid
Thor.
launcher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That when I think of the best Bionicle launcher, I definitely think that's a little teaser for a little.
I do think of it, but only as the antithesis.
I think it's rivaled only by Thornax launchers.
Yeah, I would agree.
Because the Thornax launchers are essentially like the platonic ideal of a Xammer Sphere launcher. They're like, take the Xammer Sphere launcher, but just simplify it down to its like most basic components,
Yeah.
and it's kind of better.
Yeah.
The Thornax just works so
They
well.
work
like
so well.
It's perfect.
what defines a great Bionicle shooter, right?
Mhm.
Weapon is, does it fire consistently and is it easy to use, right?
And it has
And
to
it's
also
like-
be satisfying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You know,
true.
that's
That
another
is
part of
true.
it. Because like the Midex Sky Blasters are they're very consistent and they do fire really easily, but they just aren't
It's
quite
not as fun as getting
satisfying.
They're not
that
as
chunk
tactile.
from the Xammer
Yeah,
Sphere.
you don't have
Same with
so much
the
input.
Same with the Fantoka ones.
Those
Oh,
are
the
Midex.
weird
Ghost
little
blasters.
bows-
The
yeah.
Naru Ghost
Those are the
Blaster.
Mystica ones.
Oh yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah. The Ghost
Mystica ones.
Blasters just have a little too much pop, and they're
Yeah.
a little too wiggly
But
to be the
again,
best.
they are consistent and work well, but
That's-
they just
I think it would probably be Xammer Spheres, Thornax, disc launchers for me, because disc launchers have that just ka-chunk satisfying feeling.
Yeah.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it now.
It's very similar to the Thornax. Like the release of the Thornax and the disc launchers feel super similar because it's the same mechanism, right?
Yeah.
Like you're squeezing the
pinching.
two
Yeah.
And they both
parts
get
and
major
they
points
squeeze
for
it
when you
out.
put the ammo in, it stays in there unless you
Right.
massively jostle it around,
Yeah.
right? It's
And
not flimsy or weak.
I think the peak Xammer Sphere launcher is the ones with the hoppers.
Yeah, the
Because
hoppers are just...
that just takes it to the next
yeah,
level.
it's
It
like,
really
yep.
does.
Yep.
And the
Yeah.
infinitely stacking ability, we talked about
Right.
it.
Yep.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Is that still together?
Probably.
We should take a
Yeah,
picture
we'll have
of
to
it.
find it and
Make a
send it.
video.
Yeah. It's a whole video. Here's our heckin' cool hopper, bro.
It's a short.
And then us just shooting it like 27 times.
More than 20. I think it was at like 50 when we filled it.
Me when I see Akmu. It's like the Cyberpunk Edge Runners meme where it just keeps shooting him. Okay, I gotta make that one now.
Yeah, that is actually really funny.
Okay.
Okay, what's another one? Let's see.
Well,
the new chain. The new chain
Oh, the
piece.
chain- Chain's great.
Yeah, good.
Thumbs up.
Good on
Wish
new
What a
it
chain.
had been
disappointment that
used
they don't
more.
use that
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, I know.
It's such a good
I
piece.
feel like it would have been such a cool piece to have in the Glatorian era too, like recolored
totally.
as a dark, like either black or like the dark pearl gray would be so cool. Actually, did it come in
It
dark
did
pearl?
come in Dark Pearl Gray in Hero Factory.
Okay. I couldn't remember. After I said that, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it did. It just, I feel like Glatorian had that aesthetic, that chain on stuff would have looked so cool.
Well, also bugs me too, because we had the Vezon cloak thing as well, which I wish they'd brought the chain and the cloak to Glatorian, because it just would have fit the theme. I think it would have made it particularly stand out.
I wish that they had actually done not only just a cape, but an actual cloak.
Yeah.
Like having...
like we saw in some of the mocks.
Yeah. Like having one of the Glatorian in a full cloak. Like, so cool.
That would be really cool.
And in the movie, like, they could have worn it and they shed it before the battle, right? Like, it's...
Imagine Malum coming in and he's got like the
Grievous.
Cloak. Yeah, and then he starts
and it would
shrugging
actually
off
make
like Grievous.
sense because they're actually biological.
Yes, and they're in a super like sunny, harsh desert. It's like that's when you're gonna wear the cloaks and stuff.
Everyone knows that the technicals are spoilers, by the way, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not really a spoiler. Like, it's whatever.
What do we think of the light up Toa weapons?
Gimmicky, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I agree, they're
lame.
gimmicky, but they're not that bad.
I think some of them look
not
stupid.
egregious.
I don't like them for a couple of reasons. One, like, I don't think the light feature is particularly like
it's
engaging.
not interesting. It's
Yeah,
like, okay,
I
it
would like
lights
them
up.
better if they just stayed on, I think.
Yeah, that honestly, I agree. If it had been a switch rather than a button, it would have made a world of difference. I don't like how bulky they are because of the need for the battery. And I also just don't like them as a piece, really, because the built swords and, well, just built weapons in general, to me, are way cooler. Like Axon's axe, for example, is way more interesting to look at and is just a cooler thing to have on a character. Whereas like the solid piece of the weapon just feels
too weird.
It honestly feels like a McDonald's toy.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
How do we feel about light up Piraka eyes?
I'm fine with it.
It still
it's
falls
like
into
whatever.
the gimmicky, I
but
think.
At least it makes
works
more
better,
sense.
It does make more sense, and it does work. Like,
and it's more satisfying to use because, like, when you press the button on the Inika sword, first of all, since it's in their hand, you have to like hold it back with your back finger and then press it, and the button's not satisfying to press in itself. Whereas the Piraka, you're just grabbing on the back of your head, and by that motion, you can activate the laser eyes.
Yeah. No, and I think that it's subtle. Like, it's, if you don't want to use it, it's not such a key component to them that you're going to be like, oh, you know, like for example, the weapons are ugly, in my opinion, and you always see them because they're like
front and center.
Whereas
the laser eyes don't take away.
It's like if you don't want to use them, it looks exactly like the other eye stalks, so it doesn't.
Speaking of things that are subtle and slightly unnecessary, the fact that the Piraka teeth glow in the dark.
Yeah.
Which
I
is weird.
honestly didn't even know
I did
that.
not know that.
Yeah. I didn't know it either until I saw I saw it glowing in the dark one night when I was sitting, because I had a Piraka built. This was like just recently.
You're like haunted Piraka.
built, and I'm like, what is glowing? Because I have a few glow in the dark pieces. I was like, what is glowing? I'm like, oh my gosh, the Piraka's teeth glow? What? I did not know this. You know, it's funny because I feel like it would have been a lot cooler if they made the Toa heads glow in the dark.
Yeah, I think we discussed it. They definitely should
such
have.
a weird missed opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, why the Piraka teeth but not the Toa heads?
Don't
It
know.
just doesn't make sense.
And I saw that one commenter had said they referenced like a translated German post, I think it was, that for marketing material that referenced the Inika having glowing heads. And so I'm like, maybe that was the original intention, like we said, and that while kind of a sketchy source, I would have to look into it more, and we'll post it in the description if it's wrong, is evidence that it should have been that.
Yeah.
Rather than the Piraka. It should have been me.
Could have been both, but no.
Nope.
Here we are. Okay. What do you guys think of like some of the like weirder like one-off
Like the random brown piece on the Sphere
random-
of Fusion.
unique brown piece on the Sphere of Fusion is
Huge
so funny.
fan. That is hilarious to have just troll people and collectors. Be like, yeah, this is one piece you can only get on this like $80 set.
I do like it for
You
that
need two
reason.
of them.
It's
It's a
remember,
golden guy.
remember Vezon Fenrak was only, what was it, $30?
$30.
Oh yeah, which is
Yeah.
crazy to me,
What-
bro.
What insane value.
Yeah.
Insane
I'll
value.
take your whole stock,
Yeah,
please.
seriously.
Yeah, it is actually insane.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, and I guess speaking of weird, wacky one-off pieces, Vezon's head. How do we think about the ginormous dual head?
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it as a mask / face. I don't think it works particularly well for showing that the mask is grafted onto him, because it just kind of looks like kind of a crown headpiece thing. So it's never really worked for me, and it's also weird to put on people, because like since it's so long,
Yeah.
you can't
pretty
have it, like
much-
anything behind their head.
I pretty much entirely disagree with you, but that's okay.
Okay.
I actually think it works really well. I think it looks like a mask grafted on, and it also works well as like you can flip it to the other side and have like a kind of double-sided mask, like how the Mask of Shadows was.
I think what I find
But it's more effective than the Mask of Shadows.
why
to
I
me.
don't buy it as a mask grafted onto him, because when I think of it like the Voldemort thing where it's on the back of his head, whereas this one, it's almost acting like where his hair would be. It's on the top of his head and sticking way far out. And it's like, that's kind of bizarre looking.
I mean, technical limitation. Like, because they would have had to, if they wanted it on the back, they would have had to figure out a way to attach it to the back or have a complete, like the mask completely cover the head.
You could have had him have like an Inika head and just had the mask be full-sided.
Oh, that's true, actually.
Like that would have been an easy way to do it, would it not?
Yeah, but then he wouldn't look like a Piraka.
He doesn't even look like a Piraka anyway.
He has the Piraka head at least.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a spine, and his mask looks like a mask. It doesn't look like a face like the rest of the Piraka do. And he has a different posture and kind of build. So I think they could have gotten away with it. That's just me.
If it weren't for those meddling
I do feel like
designers.
I agree with Jacob more that like I like it. I am okay with the design. Nothing about it particularly bothers me. I wish that he had spines, but I don't know how you would have done the spines with
You
the
could have
mask.
like brick built them in some way maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't know, using flex tube or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But
Christian Faber, why does he not have spines?
Yeah. I like it. What do you guys think of Fenrak's head?
Fenrak's
I think
head,
it's cool. Yeah, good.
like
cool
the piece.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it works really well. I think it would have been weird if they had tried to build it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it would have been looked pretty whack.
And
I actually kind of would have just looked like Botar, where it's just a
That's
tiny head
exactly
and
what I
a
was
enormous
thinking.
mouth.
which is really funny for Botar, but
I love
it looks
Botar.
pretty much weird on everyone else.
Well, I think it's funny that even in lore, everyone looks at Botar, they're like, this is a weird looking dude. Like, he's
with the
scary.
giant ears too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ears are always so funny to me because it just seems so like cute and like
Yeah.
unsettled.
And then you see the teeth and you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah.
he always reminds me of a gremlin.
Yes, he has those proportions.
Yeah.
Like a large gremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, specifically the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of like unique pieces, okay, what do we think of Axon Brutaka's mask?
Excellent. And
Super
both
good.
cases,
Yeah.
Brutaka mask, maybe my favorite mask in the whole thing. It's so,
So good.
cool.
it is very good.
It is excellent. Like just genuinely peak like
Yeah.
mask design.
Yeah. I just,
Yeah.
and the color, the little bumps on it.
I
And there's
also
so many
love it.
uses outside of just being a mask,
Totally,
right? You can use them as like a weapon, a piece of armor.
Yeah.
It's just cool.
Now Axon's mask is where that piece
that
really
really
comes
shines,
into play.
yeah.
'Cause, like
So
that is
versatile.
a versatile mask.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I mentioned it's even used in an official set as a catapult, which
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
crazy. But yeah, his mask I think falls behind Brutaka's mask for me just a little bit.
I would agree.
But that's by no means an indictment of
No.
it at all. It's a really good mask.
Yeah. That's like saying you like one of the Toa Inika more than the others. It's like they're all great. It's not like you Nuju or something.
And
Yeah.
then of course the Brutaka sword piece and the Axon axe piece.
Yeah.
I think that's
Both
Both
excellent
great.
choices.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Axon piece, especially having that ginormous axe piece, is so cool and opens up so many
and
opportunities for
sadly just
mocking.
not used. I think I believe that is actually exclusive to that set.
It's actually.
Actually, I'm
something
pretty
in there.
sure it's exclusive.
Wait, is that
to
a
that
failed
set, which is-
Bionicle pun?
Checking. Yes.
Which
No.
is really sad.
that was just a failed pun.
Okay, there we. Well, it was talking about Axon.
Yeah, but it had nothing. Like it had to do with the topic of conversation, but not directly related to Bionicle.
I see you trying to sneak in there, Counter. Get back. Does like the CinemaSins reverse ding? The
One other thing too that we should talk about. Well, we're going to be talking about kind of color philosophy. So, what do you guys think about like the overall color philosophy?
Bad.
Really?
Too many pearl colors.
Oh yeah.
Thomas is a hater, so
Well, there
we can
actually
ignore
aren't
his
even that
opinion.
many pearl colors in this wave compared to like, for example, the Roxy.
The Roxy are my nemesis.
I would like to point out that according to Brickset, that axe piece is just called Weapon 7.
Nice.
I like to think that's the axe's name.
I
It's
wanna
like,
know
yeah, your
what-
weapon number 7.
I want to know what weapon 1 is.
Yeah, I know, right? That's
It's just
it
a
raises
nuclear
some serious
bomb.
questions.
Well, no, it'd be a toaster because like this whole species, yeah. Hilarious
It's a
jokes
toaster.
ensue.
That's right. No one has sent us a mock yet. People got to get on that.
That episode hasn't released.
Well, still,
Darn,
by
you're
the time
recording
this
ahead.
episode released,
Wait,
I'm sure
for
no
what?
one will have sent us a mock.
Of an axon species with a toaster as
Yeah.
his weapon.
Remember, because they all are named after their weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they all
Axon,
have-
toast
I
on.
remember now. I remember.
Yeah.
Toastron.
I was going to say, this is a really callback heavy episode. Then I'm like, wait, it's a recap. That's what it's supposed to do. We're on a cow farm. There's going to be cows outside.
But like, what do you guys think of like kind of the darker overall color palette? You know, like, I mean, it's really mostly the same as the Metru palette, but the black accents really.
I think they do more to spice it up because they do have dual molded colors or more outstanding colors paired with the dull colors. It's not like the original Metru where it's like you are dark green, you are dark red. It's like, okay, you're blue, but you also have traces of white. Then you got like the green Xamarin spheres to really put you over the top. So I think they do a better job of blending the color schemes on the Toa. I think the Piraka run into some issues.
Yeah.
Radak.
With the Toa, I do really like how they started giving the Toa a little more individuality.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in design, but also in color scheme.
Yeah.
You know, like, because the Metru are literally, you are your base color and you are your primary color.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Toa Mata, the Toa Nuva, the Toa Metru, the Toa Inika, they are all, you are your base color and you are your primary color, and that is it. And they have like very little variation in their builds too.
Yeah.
You know.
And all their weapons are like the same colors as well.
Exactly.
Right. So
Yeah.
I agree. I do like the diversifying of the Toa color schemes as individuals. I think it works really well.
Yeah, I really like Holly's color scheme.
I was going to say, hers is one that always stands out
the
to me.
dark blue and white is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Just goated combo.
Plus, those marbled pieces are just peak.
Yeah.
So good. Sound, did you fact check me?
I did fact check you. It does come in another set.
Was it one of the play sets?
Yeah, it was Race from the Mask of
Oh,
Life,
that's
which
right. I did
of
mention
course
that.
has basically every single like blade you
Yep.
could possibly find in Bionicle.
Dude,
that set
that
is
was
insane, actually.
Such a bizarre era of Lego set design where they were just including Bionicle pieces in like Mars Mission, Vikings, the Bionicle play sets. It was
Hey,
like,
you know what?
You got
have
the
them.
pieces,
Gotta
you
you
use
have
them.
them, you got, might as well
Use them or lose them.
But they just they feel both weirdly out of place and like such a like cool and unique inclusion at the same time. It's so funny, but
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
No, I'm not
It
mad.
gives those sets of that era like a very distinct feel.
Mm-hmm.
On a separate note, going back to pearl
A
colors.
set Pirate note.
Set Pirate.
Mm-hmm. Because you said set.
He's
Anyway.
really trying hard
Move,
tonight.
Trying is the key.
What I was gonna say is, I personally like the pearl colors. I know Thomas.
We get
is,
so much beautiful
there
pearl
is
gold with Brutaka.
There is one color that I absolutely despise, and that is the, what is it called? Light, very light gray.
Oh, Thox color.
Oh, yeah.
Fox
Whatever
color.
Fox color was.
That
it's like,
one is stupid. Everything else, I'll accept.
Now, someone in the comments said that they thought that they went with that pearl very light gray, or not pearl very light gray, just very light gray.
See,
you got me saying pearl for everything.
You associate pearl with negative traits.
They were saying that they used the very light gray to distinguish it from the head, which is just white, which actually makes a lot of sense. And I actually don't hate that color. I kind of like it. But
I'm
it
not
looks
crazy
a little.
about it.
It's
It
just
just
it looks out of
dirty.
place because it's
It looks
so
dirty.
Yeah, because it's so. There's so much of it, and normally that piece almost never has that much use.
Yeah.
So I think there is a time and place for that color, but I don't think anyone is gonna mourn its demise.
Yeah.
But Thok is literally the leading sample of that color in the Lego catalog.
Yeah.
Like, there's basically no other set. I don't think there is another set that has as many pieces in that color as
You're
Thok.
never going to get that concentration of that color
No.
ever again.
But it does make it really hard to use in mocks because it's different. It's just
Don't
not
call them
white.
mocks, call them thoks, because it's just basically his parts. What am I doing? It's thoks with a C. Thine own creations. The TH are for thine.
Yeah. I gathered.
Should we move on to...
Can we please?
Yeah, let's move on.
Anyway, yeah. So overall, really good year for Bionicle parts. And
yeah, pretty solid.
Let's never speak of Umbra again.
Yep, crushed it with Titans, excluding one. And yeah, great job on heroes and villains. But now, we move on to the Q&A section.
Q&A.
Hey! Adam Murphy 3872 says, #AskBonkle. Gotta wonder why the Toa Nuva, other than Tahu, didn't call another mask from the Suva. But I may have missed something.
So, I have the answer to this question, and that's because Suvas have a limited range that they can go out to, and we're not even sure if it was in range, if they can transfer masks outside of the universe. Because Voya Nui is outside of the universe, so we don't know if Suvas have some mystical thing that would prevent Toa from calling on them.
So why was Tahu able to do it?
Well, Tahu wasn't able to do it.
Oh, I
That's
see,
what he's
okay.
asking,
Yeah.
because this is the point where they all get their masks and weapons stripped after they lose to the Piraka. I assume that's what he's referencing.
Yeah. I think I think he was just talking about in fights where it would have been advantageous. Like when they're getting attacked, they could have called upon the Mask of Shielding, or everyone could have gotten Mask of Speed. But he could have been referencing that as well. That one also has a different answer, is that you can only replace masks. You can't... Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't just pull one out.
Of nowhere. You have to transfer.
So Vakama can pull discs out of the Suva.
That's from his
and doesn't
backpack
have
that's
to
canonically
replace
there the
it,
whole
but
time, Samuel.
You can't pull your mask out of the
It's
Suva.
just in his backpack, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that is the reason why Adam Murphy 3872. Now we go on to Super Sue MC, who says, Ask Bonkle, if you could have one character/character variant that never got a toy appearance as an official set or combo model, who would it be? I'm really tempted to say Lariska, but that's offset by the fact that we have really cool Lariska mocks and models that I'm like, I'm fine existing with just those because they are cool enough to fill in my imagination. So, I'm not sure exactly who I'd want, but probably Botar again. 2 Botars.
I wish we had a Mavra for one.
Mavra would be nice.
Yeah. The problem is that a lot of them, I wish there were better representations of them.
Yeah.
Kind of like Botar.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a New Peru variant as a Toa where he had like tinkering gear.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool.
Oh, the obvious one, Artaka.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Would have heckin' love to see Artaka.
I would have liked to see Karzani not as his weird underwater version.
Yeah.
That would have been
Normal
actually
Oh,
really
Karzani.
nice.
totally, yeah.
Okay.
I also would like mutated Piraka as sets
Who'd you want
when they
that?
get mutated in the pit. I just think it'd be interesting to see.
You're a
And
freak.
also mutated Brutaka when he gets mutated by the pit
I don't
waters.
think his look actually changes.
It does.
His look?
Yeah, he gets like some sort
He
of...
just becomes amphibious. I don't think his look actually changes.
Oh, he would change. Everyone else changed. Why would he not change?
What do you mean everyone else?
'Cause
Everyone
he's
else that's ever
special.
been exposed to the pit water gets changed.
We'll get to it during Mari. This is all way off topic. So, let's state our answers clearly and succinctly. Botar's replacement would be nice to have. Artaka would be nice to have. Tarzani in his original form.
Yep.
Not the plant, the original guy. But now that I think about Tarzani, the plant would be heckin' cool.
That
to
would be
have.
cool,
Would be
actually.
cool.
You could do so many interesting things with him, because you could have him be like a trunk where plants coming out, or you can have him be sprawling mass, kind of Tren Crom style.
Yeah.
So
There's so many Rahi that I think also I would love to see as sets.
like what, the Dermis turtle?
The Dermis turtle is a
I
set.
know, and it's probably one of the best.
Stuff like Makuta fish.
A real Makuta fish would have been nice.
Be really cool. Like the giant serpent that attacks the Toa.
They would not have enough pieces for that.
I'd also love to see
True.
like some Bionicle vehicles as sets too, like the airships and some
a
of the
Bionicle
like
airship
boats
would have been
and stuff like that would be
cool.
sick.
Yeah, a boat.
The shoot traveling speeders.
Yeah, a boat with one of the big disc launchers on it would be heckin'
That
sick.
would be
Dude.
cool.
The Dark Hunters boats.
Uh huh. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Well, I think
Disc ballista.
Yeah, disc. I'm not attempting it.
Yeah, good job. You're learning.
The counter must not flow. Anyway,
But it did ask for characters, so
yeah.
yeah.
So those are our characters that we'd like to see.
Tell us in the comments who you want to see. I want to know. I'm curious.
I'm not curious. I already know what they're all thinking. Botar again.
They're thinking of Brutaka, trust me. I know our audience. They're like, oh, I want to see a Brutaka variant, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Space Case 1214 says, which is the best/worst non-drone villain of every respective element, not counting Titans, of course.
So
Fire guy equal red.
I wasn't super sure what they meant by villains in this. Like, I didn't know if it was canister only villains or just evil people across Bionicle that play prominently in the story that aren't Titans. So if we're going just off of like wave villains, then we have the Piraka, who are obviously elemental. You have the Skrull, who are not drones. They are slightly elementally aligned, but they're only one
element.
Yeah, and they all look exactly like normal Skrull. And the Barraki, who are elemental, they are just not the classic elements.
Yeah.
But all but one of them end up being canonical elements that people have. So, if you want to pick from those, we can.
And the Borakal are only kind of not drones.
And Space Case did say non-drone villain of every respective element. So all 16 elements, we don't even have enough villains to fill out those elements. But I think they just meant the main 6. So
The worst, the best, and worst.
yeah. So if we're including, I guess, for other ones who fit villain but aren't necessarily elementally aligned but would be linked with their counterpart Toa, I had the Makuta from 2008. I had Malum, who's technically a villain in the story and he is elementally aligned. I had Akmu, who is elementally aligned and heckin' evil and I hate his guts. And then Metis. Those are the other kind of wild card choices if we want to reach out and snag them. But I think it's mainly between the Piraka and the Barraki of their respective elements, right?
But how do we rank them? Because they don't fall into, like, the Borak they don't share any of the respective elements with the Piraka.
Well, they would just do like Korakal is white, you know.
Oh, okay. So you're
Levi
just choosing based off of the color.
off the color, yeah.
Not off of the
This is
story.
a really
element.
hard question.
Because
to
as
answer.
we know, the color determines the element.
Yes.
Yes, Jacob.
Fire guy
red.
is red.
So I think, like, because the only ones I was thinking of the Barraki, who might even contend for the Piraka spots, would be Korakal, because he actually has a kind of a personality and is particularly evil. But I'm like, he's going up against Thok.
Yeah.
And that's not a battle he's going to win, because
No.
Thok is just, je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. I think the issue we're going to run into is that the Piraka just have too much personality.
Yeah, they just clear every category. So I'm like, I can't see anyone else. Because, like, Malum is another strong contender, but he's up against Hakan, who is, like, one of the most active and best Piraka.
Yeah.
Akmu being better than Avak as a villain is actually possible. Because Avak probably is the least of the Piraka. But
like, in terms, if you measure villain in terms of hateability, Akmu is definitely way above
and
Avak.
in terms of damage, because Avak himself doesn't really do that much damage, and Akmu sickened the entire village, and he also like betrayed the Toa Metru, and later on he will be seriously detrimental to Taka Nuva himself. So I think Akmu actually does more damage than Avak.
I agree.
So I think if we're going off how we interpret the question, it's all of the Piraka, but Avak is replaced by Akmu.
Yep.
Which is heckin' hilarious. The
then, of
ultimate
course,
villain team.
Makuta for Shadow, because duh.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, which Makuta, though?
Pterodax.
Pterodax himself. It says non-Titans. Pterodax is a Titan, so we can't do
true.
Pterodax. Can't do Icarax. So it's one of the main 6.
So,
see, the thing is, so many of the Bionicle villains are drones.
Yeah, I know.
It's wild.
well, but in the Makuta, the 6 Makuta, the Mystica and Fantoka are not drones, and they all match up
I guess
color.
I would go...
Gorast, maybe?
No, probably Antros. He does
Antros
the
is
most
pretty
direct... Like, he has the most direct impact on the story.
I don't know. Gorast has a pretty direct impact on the story and a lot of people in the story. Directly impacts them with their death.
Off-screen
She's the one who single-handedly started the Kreka upscale.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, boy.
You know, you got me there. So she does some pretty crazy stuff, although I guess none of it ends up being particularly important. Like, she kills a bunch of people who are going to die already. So...
I don't know enough about them.
Because she like kills them all in Voya Nui. It's like,
yeah,
you're not getting out of there, bozo.
I mean, the other ones are cool, but they're just, I mean, they don't really do all that much.
So this is a hard question, but we're sticking with our answers. And then for the Makuta, Antros.
It's probably Antros.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with Antros. He is kind of the main guy. So those are our final answers.
I also think Antros is really cool looking. So
Antros is cool
big
looking.
Win. Lucy YMDV asks...
Whoa, YM4DV.
YM4DV. I can't read. Do y'all have any self-mocks? And if so, may we see? Ha, we do, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't have a self-mock.
Yeah, you do.
I had a character I made. It wasn't a self-mock. It was a mock I made myself, but it was not about me.
Well, it's a character that...
I think
like,
that's the...
like an OC,
the question
basically.
is asking,
do I
is
have
it
an OC?
a mock that is not made by someone else but you?
Oh, if that's the case, then yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
But I'll actually choose my giant snake guy as my self-mock, because I like him way more.
I actually literally have my character sitting on my desk right now.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I know which one I would put, but...
Who would you...
My dragon.
Oh, yeah, you should.
That thing needs an update, though.
It does need an update, and it's creaking. But yeah, I suppose you can see him. I don't see why not.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
Jamie,
we will
pictures
put
of the
pictures.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot. I have the most mocks for sure.
Yeah.
I am probably the most prolific builder out of all of us.
It's very annoying that we have as many Bionicles as we do, and we don't mock nearly as much as at least I would like to.
Yeah.
Like, I always think, I should just build something today, and I just never do.
I think it's because we have so many, and you want a wide range of different types of pieces, that we have to pretty much get out everything to make the mocks we want.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not just random pieces all in a bin. They're separated out.
We do on a semi-regular basis.
We do. Like, we get them out. We do the contest or whatever.
Yeah.
So
my mock is based off my character from Toa Nui.
Yeah, Toa Nui, which we'll get a question about later.
Yeah.
So, there you go, Lucy.
Answer is yes, and you will get to see them right now.
Well,
actually, you'll have seen
saw
them all
way
throughout
later.
here.
Oh,
Yeah. So, the next question is from Mutra3651, who says, is there a particular scene in the Bionicle story that you wish that LEGO had come out with a full set for? Like one of the mini sets or something?
So many, dude. Literally so many.
This one,
Anything in Metro Nui, literally.
yeah, I would have liked to see a Metro Nui. I mean, we do get Metro Nui sets in
They're
Portica, but it's mostly just like a gate or like
the
a
Toa
big
Tower
mask.
one is the only one that's even remotely cool.
Mhm.
The gate is cool, but it doesn't look anything like Metro Nui.
It would
Yeah.
have been
Yeah.
cool if they did a Makuta, like a Mangaya, where you have a little miniature Makuta and a little miniature Takanuva, like doing the Kolhi match.
That would have been
That would
cool.
be cool.
And a big old door as one of the set
Yeah.
pieces.
Dude,
I would have
put it
liked to
on
have
put it on those little sports pieces
that's
so
what
you
I
could
was
actually have
thinking,
them
so you
fight.
could move them around.
I was thinking you could have the gates of Takoro when the Roxy attack.
That
I
would
think
be
that
cool.
would be
or
a
just
cool scene.
a Takoro set.
Yeah, a
generally
Takoro set would be
sick.
epic.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be so heckin' cool, actually.
Mhm.
And you could have sink into the lava function.
Watch as Takoro falls into the lava. Amatoran has fallen into the lava river in Bionicle City.
Bionicle City. I guess Metro Nui would just be Bionicle City.
Hey, use the corpse of the Roxy to build a speeder for Takanuva.
Yeah. Fly down into the lair of Satan. Play a
Revive
friendly
your-
sports match. What?
Revive your dead friend. Only in Lego Bionicle.
Yeah.
All sets sold separately.
Yeah. So that would be my choice. I think I'd like Takoro. You'd want Metro Nui something.
Yeah. Ooh, the Coliseum.
Ooh, the
that would be
Coliseum
hard
cool.
to do as a set, though.
Yeah,
It would
you'd have to
be.
do almost like a bar at door sort of thing.
Even like a Metro Nui Skyline set would be really cool.
Like a Lego architecture Metro Nui
Oh,
style
that would be
skyline.
super cool.
That would be
actually
sick.
more like the Batman animated series, the Gotham skyline
Mhm.
that they did.
That would be
Yeah,
sick,
That would
dude.
be cool.
Yeah. That man. I wish Bionicle was still around so that Lego would do
It's
some
so
of this stuff.
disappointing, and this is the 25th anniversary this
Yeah.
year, and it's like
We're getting,
people,
once again, nothing.
Yeah, people are hoping, but I'm like,
Dude, you're not
we're
getting
gonna
any.
get it. And
Remember
it's like,
Tahu?
Why not?
We're
Yeah.
getting a Tahu cosplay minifigure, baby.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah, so exciting, guys.
Yep. Anyway, so I think those are the sets we would like to see.
Adam Louis 1503 said, "You are given a Rotuka launcher and a Zamersphere. What power would you choose to have for both?"
Yeah. So I have actually, I thought about this one. For the Rotuka launcher, I would have the Bola spinner. And for the
Of course you
Zamersphere,
would.
I would have a Bola Zamosphere. It would also knock out your feet from under you while you run, but it's but it's like made a knock you on your feet liquid that I filled the Zamersphere with. Then it hits you, and then your feet just like fly out from underneath you. It's different from the Rotuka spinner in that it's delivered via Zamersphere. It's genius, I tell you.
You're so annoying.
No one can escape my bolas.
You're so obnoxious.
Although I think having like the enslavement Zamersphere would actually be pretty handy.
It's just
Would you like to qualify that
No, I
statement, Thomas?
I've said something wrong. There's a trap here.
There's a trap indeed.
it's just
yeah.
the Imperio curse for the Bionicle universe.
Literally.
You're welcome. I saved you. I took it in a different direction than where that was about to go.
Having the energized protodermis Zamerspheres would be pretty funny. It's like, I don't like my toast. Let's see what it turns into. And then it's like evil toast. It's like, dang
Evil.
you, energized protodermis entity.
Oh, that'd be a good clip.
When I have evil toast. Toast on is like, toast.
It's Toastron.
Toastron? He's not a robot. Well, no, he is a robot.
What an idiot.
You know what? I'll digress. What are your guys' powers for these?
Okay, for me, Rotuka spinner, definitely like a energy drain, like a vampirism like thing, because like energy drain is the best.
Does it steal the ability or does it just steal the energy?
It steals the energy.
Okay.
Because stealing energy and giving it to you is like the best of both worlds. It's insane.
Well, Conjurer, the Dark Hunter, he has that ability, but
Yeah.
if he absorbs too much, he passes out. Does yours have a limit, or is it just unlimited? Do you
I
hit
would say-
Brutaka and become as powerful as Brutaka?
I would say it has a mental trigger. Like I can stop it when I need to.
Okay,
because a lot of Rotuka have that.
So your body can only hold so much energy, but you're not going to go over the cap and pass out.
Right.
That's pretty cool. So like you can be a topped up vampire.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool.
You should play into the vampire theme with your Zamersphere and be like something that bites someone. Zamersphere just makes them just bite marks on them.
Piraka tooth powers. My tooth power is suck your blood.
Wait, so Sam, what are your powers?
Wait, I'll think about my Zamersphere. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I haven't quite decided on that one yet.
I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting to have just like a straight up knockback spinner. Like where if something's coming at you, you just hit it and it's not like it doesn't transfer some sort of energy into it, like nothing else besides the energy needed to launch it, right? So it's not like it's zapping it or whatever the case may be, and it's literally just to get it away from you to give you whatever extra time you need, right? So it's like it's not directly harmful. So it'd be like I could see it being used against Rahi primarily. Like if you're getting charged and you're like, I don't really want to kill this Rahi or really hurt him, but like I can't deal with this right now, or I don't have time to react in a way that is not going to harm it. So it's like the knockback spinner just like shoves it along the ground, almost like it just becomes ice and you just gave it a really good push, right?
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
It'd be kind of cool in practical terms too, if like you would need to move something heavy, you're just like hit it with a knockback spinner and it just goes backwards. I like it.
I'm kind of trying to remember like what makes a Zamersphere unique from something like a disc or a Rotuka.
It delivers a liquid into the target.
Right.
Is kind of what it does. We don't really see too many unique Zamersphere
effects. What are the
effects.
Zamerspheres?
Energized protodermis.
Yeah.
The Piraka are the antidermis, and then the only other one we really see is Irnak.
Axon. No, the golden, or not golden, the one Axon makes.
So I'm saying ones that like we see someone have the actual Zamersphere launcher with them.
Okay.
Is Irnak causes fear in the target. But yeah, if you fill it with Vezon's power, then it steals someone's abilities. If you fill it with Axon's power, it does stasis fields. So you can kind of make it just whatever.
Right.
The delivery mechanism really doesn't matter for anything but antidermis, because that has to be inside you, whereas everything else just has to touch you on the outside. So it could be, whatever.
Yeah. I do think like a paralysis or something could be useful, like stop your target dead kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Even like heating, like a heating Zamersphere could be kind of cool. Like that you can use to like aggressively heat something really quickly. It could be used as an offensive weapon, but you could also like cause combustion in like things that are easily flammable or stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Melt rocks and stuff.
Yeah, like an acid Zamersphere.
What if you had like a cheese Zamersphere and you hit it and it filled the thing with cheese?
Molten cheese.
Yeah, it'd be hot cheese, obviously, right? But you're like, man, I have some bread. And then you shoot it with a Zamersphere and it perfectly fills it with cheese. Or you do it for like jelly and make jelly donuts without having to poke the hole in it. I'm so stupid.
Jalla's jelly.
Jalla's jelly donuts.
Pit mutagen Zamerspheres would be cool.
So it's like Rudaka's like Rotuka spinner, but as a Zamersphere.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of funny.
It'd be kind of cool.
But it's like selectively mutagenic. It doesn't entirely, like where it hits, it splashes on, like it breaks and splashes on you.
And that mutates?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
That would be pretty cool.
This is a hard question.
It is.
I was
I
wasn't sure to do, because I'm not a super creative person. That's why I chose Bola Spinner twice.
Yeah, I can think of different use cases, but the Zamersphere one is kind of hard because they're not super well defined.
Yeah.
So to sum up our answers, I had a Bola Spinner for my Rotuka, and then a Bola Zamersphere where it knocks you off your feet. Samuel, you had a knockback Rotuka.
Correct.
And Jacob, you had a vampiric Rotuka and
Pit mutagen.
And a Pit mutagen Zamersphere. You're brutal, bro. Yep, so those are the ones that we would have. Now moving on to Zadian XIII 4023. I don't know why I was reading that like some sort of password. So, would you guys ever want to do a Voya Nui campaign? Also, do you have any pointers for playing the game? There are a lot of rules and components.
We've done a Voya Nui.
Yeah,
we've done two Voya Nui campaigns. That was a few years back when the rules were still
They weren't quite as refined, and they didn't have systems to encompass everything that you can do in Bionicle.
You could only be Toa and very recently Matoran and Turaga when we started.
It was Toa, Matoran, Turaga, and not even when we started, not even Toa of every element. So I know they've changed a lot since then. You can play as most of the species. So one thing to keep in mind is that when playing the game, there is and by the way, Voya Nui is a RPG tabletop.
It's sort of D&D, but for Bionicle.
Yeah, it's more complicated. It's more like Pathfinder, if anyone's familiar with that. But it's developed by Red Star Games, and it's very cool, very fun.
Link in the comment, in the comment section. By the
very well thought out. And they're constantly updating it, which is why it's hard for me to give you specific advice, because I'm not caught up on the current rules. I just kind of keep a cursory notice.
When they say they're constantly updating, they are literally
every month. Yeah, they're literally changing major
updating
systems or subsystems. So keep in mind that most of the complexity of Voya Nui comes from things you can choose to interact with. Like if you want to play it simple and just go Toa and a few things, that is easy to do. Focus on what you want to do and then get the mechanics that help you achieve that goal. Don't look at everything you can do and try to figure out what the best thing would be. That's my advice for a philosophy of going into it. If you need specific help, just ask the people on the RSG Discord. They're great. They will help you. And there's a ton of active people going through giving advice, fixes, or just clarifying rules. So
the best way to do it, in my opinion, is have either like an OC or a mock or something that you want to create. Go into it with that specific thing in mind, and then look for the things that you need to create that character.
Correct.
And it will be way simpler to do it that way than if you are trying to look at everything you can do, because it is very overwhelming, because there's a lot of stuff, because they're trying to allow you to do essentially whatever you want to do.
Yeah, the goal is to allow you to do anything that can happen in the Bionicle world.
Yeah, which is a really cool goal, and they are doing an excellent job of that. But also be prepared to spend at least like an hour or two on character creation.
Yeah, it is a crunchy system. They have gotten it simpler, but still make sure to set aside time, understand the rules, ask. Because once you have the fundamentals, since all the systems are very similar to each other, you can just plonk them all into place with the specifics of how their system works.
Yeah, it is a very fun and satisfying RPG.
And you can do some cool, fun stuff.
We enjoyed it a lot when we were playing.
Yeah, and we do want to do one in the future. Just finding the time is the major drawback. So, yep, that's the answer to that question.
Cable Duck asked, which Toa Inika do you think has the most consistency from Matoran to Toa? I love watching them throughout both arcs, but it seems like some of them lost part of their personalities as they became heroes.
The most consistency, I'd probably say Jala. Just because while he is different, it seems like a very natural progression and evolution. I don't think there's anything that breaks his character from the two versions of him.
We also get to see the most of Jala by far.
Yeah.
So
because we got to see him a bunch as a Matoran and a bunch as a Toa. Because like Matoro, it's hard to judge because we don't really see
that's what
much of him as a Matoran.
Going to point out, like, he's hard because he doesn't seem like he's the same as his Matoran counterpart, version of himself. But it's like we don't know much.
Yeah. Like
besides, he's obviously very patient.
Same with Huki, where it's just like you saw him a few times.
He plays Kolhi.
Yeah,
that's
cool,
like basically all we know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Kongu, again, we don't see much of, but he does seem a little different. He's changed, so he's not as congruent as the others.
Nupru has the most differences, easy.
He just I don't know if he has the most differences.
I mean, his whole like persona kind of shifts. Like he goes from being like this inventor, this creator, to being kind of like a I can't see that. Know what.
He becomes a late Toa.
Yeah. He gets a few meathead tendencies a little bit, and just I don't know, less analytic, less whatever.
Like he goes from being an engineer to a jock.
Yeah,
is kind of the feeling that I get. Not that he's stupid Not that
Yeah.
jocks are all stupid either,
Yeah.
but
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
We're
But it's
talking
not
in-
his fault. When he
as
got
far as-
transformed, they gave him a mohawk.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
He's like, I gotta go with the mohawk, bro. So
it's like when you grease back your hair and you instantly are like, I feel like doing something dangerous and joining a gang.
I have not played Monog 2, so I'm only going off of movie and book Holly, but she seems very in line from what I know.
Seems like the most similar Jala and Holly.
Yeah, I would agree.
The others are somewhere in between. Nooper's the least, probably.
Because Jala and Holly we get to see a lot of, so it's easier to make them congruent because you actually know what you're working with.
Yeah.
I still wish so much that they would have really leaned into Nooper's inventor side and just had him have different, like, different Toa augment tools.
We have bemoaned it enough, I believe.
We have, I know, but I just have to say it because it feels like something missing.
Knife to your heart.
Yeah.
So the question is, which Matoran to Toa do you feel like this is to Cable Duck? Which Matoran to Toa do you feel like lost something?
Yeah.
Like,
and what did they lose?
yeah.
Yeah.
Break down your whole own question for us, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
We're questioning. Ask Cable Duck, okay? What Toa do you think lost the most, and what did they lose, huh? Our Bionic Blue Knight says, random question. If you could choose one place in the world, where would it be?
I think we all know the answer to this.
East Coast of Lithuania. I'll also accept New Hampshire. Wherever it may be at this current moment.
Somewhere in the stratosphere.
Yeah. So
that was actually so weird.
That is our answer to that question. I hope that helps Bionic Blue Knight. So then our last question is by Zerkalda, or is it Zerkelda and misspelled?
No, it's Zerkalda.
Okay, Zerkalda9502, who says, you are tasked with creating a new Federation of Fear for a mission. Who do you select for the team? You can make one lineup collectively or have individual rosters. You're free to pull from any point in time in Bionicle or set limits for yourself. 2 types allowed. One made up exclusively of good guys, the other being whoever you want. Membership should be no lower than 5 and not exceed 9.
See,
we're getting to some Akalini
I was gonna
rules
say,
over
these
here.
are some Akalini rules.
I do appreciate the thoroughness though, because there is very little room for interpretation in terms of the actual logistics of picking them, which I like. That's helpful.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Federation of Fear is the web serial where Brutaka and a bunch of random other condemned prisoners from the pit.
What do you mean random?
It's a pretty random collection.
Tachnox is there.
Yeah.
And so Spiria.
So the original Federation of Fear is Brutaka, Spiria the Makuta, Lariska the Dark Hunter, Takadox, Karapar, and Rudaka.
Not for long though with Karapar.
And then one with, and then to round it off, they have Vezon in there, who has no powers and doesn't contribute anything to the team.
He's there for the
random
laughs,
assortment
Thomas.
of characters.
Yeah.
It's like you have these super powerful ones, and then you got like
Vezon.
for some reason.
I know. And they literally comment in the story like, you don't have any powers. It's like, oh yeah, and then immediately forgets he doesn't have powers.
It's very Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it is just Bionicle Suicide Squad. So, one lineup of good individual, like
exclusively good or anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do.
We gotta get
let's do
Axon on there.
anyone.
Well, I think we don't need to do exclusively good because that would essentially just be like our favorite Toa from each of the teams.
Whoa.
Would it not?
Axon.
Axon
You know,
and
I'm seeing the
Lee-Con.
potential
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So imagine we get Axon, Hydraxin,
Lee-Con.
yeah, Lee-Con,
Ooh.
Leysovek.
Yeah.
Okay, who else are we gonna get? Nuperu and a Boxor.
Yeah. Toa New Peru in a Toa-sized Boxor. Yes.
I can see that. And
Which
then
is better than Exo Toa.
who's the other? There's one other like really cool good guy. I feel like we're forgetting about. Kitongu.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
the Ketong Goat.
This is a powerhouse of
Dude,
a team over here.
Actually lit.
Yeah. And then we need someone weird, one-off, and random. I say,
But it has to be a good guy.
yeah, we get Turaga Duma on this team.
No, Turaga Duma's not a good
he's
guy.
the hard-nosed guy who drives them all to do what they
Turaga
do.
Duma is the Amanda Waller of the team.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, because Brutaka acts as the Amanda Waller in Federation of Fear. So I think Toa Duma acts as the Amanda Waller of this team.
Now that would be interesting.
Yeah. He's like, you guys can go die, okay? But I'm staying not dead.
I also want Bomanga in there for some reason.
Ooh,
I feel like he would
big
fit.
boy Bomanga.
Yeah, with the big arms.
Yeah. I think that'd be a pretty stacked team.
That would be
Imagine
pretty
them
stacked.
just like, what in the world could hope to stop them? Like, even a Makuda's gonna get dusted by that combo. I think that'd be heckin' cool.
That would be
Do we have
cool.
all the elements in there?
No.
No, not
how
even
many do
close.
we have?
We have Lycan.
Lycan
who's
is fire.
fire.
Lisovic is air.
Mhm.
Bomanga is earth.
Duma is fire again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got Axon, who's not elementally aligned. Hydraxin, who's
Nupuru
not
is
elementally
stone.
aligned.
No, he's earth also.
Nupuru is Earth.
Wait, is Bomanga earth or stone?
Bumanga is
He's stone. He's stone.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, we're getting close.
So you have fire, air, earth, stone,
Fire.
and well, I'm just counting
Yeah,
it
okay.
up.
We only don't have ice and water.
Yeah. Hydraxin counts as water because he's in the pit. With the big break.
No.
Yeah. I was going to say throw Helrix on the team, but I'm
Hydraxin
like,
is also
nah.
only debatably a good guy.
Hydrax is Order of Mad Nui, so he's more law than he is
Yeah.
strictly good. But he seems chill from as far as I know. I'll have to read more of the Mario books to make a definitive statement. But yeah, I think that's...
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I think that's a
team.
pretty
Yeah. So
cool
listing
team.
the definitive team, we have Lycan, Lesovek, Duma, Toa Nupuru, and Toa Duma, by the way, not normal. And then we have Axon, Hydraxin,
Kitongu.
and Kitongu. Yeah. So what? That's 8 total. Within the bounds.
If you can't tell, we just like big guys.
Big guy. SpongeBob, big guy. 1,
no,
2, 3.
Thomas, stop. I should not have said that.
You set yourself up for that one.
That's
Uh,
true. Okay, what about
the
what
anyone
about the other team?
Okay,
Yeah.
I really want a Makuta on here. I'm thinking Mutran.
I don't know. I don't think I would
I'd
go
also take Krika.
Mute. Krika is who I would
Yeah,
want because
I would
he's my
accept-
favorite Makuta.
Okay,
We'll
Krika,
pull-
Kreka.
Kreka on the team would be funny, and he can fly, so we can get him places.
True.
Maybe he's too powerful.
And
Would
he's
he
more
invalidate them
powerful
all?
than Makuta
Yeah.
Pterodax, so, you know.
Yeah, put Gorast on the team.
Now that would actually be really
That would
funny.
be funny. Because Gorast would be like, "Who's this guy?" And Krika's like, "I know you." Krika is like, "I know you." Okay, but seriously, so we're putting Krika.
Yes.
We're putting Kreka just for the memes because that's
Yeah,
heckin'
yeah.
funny.
You know what? Who else I want on there? I want
Kraka. I want
Oh,
Kraka.
Kraka.
Yeah. This is just going to be our team of people who turn
Krika,
into
Kraka,
Toa.
Kraka.
Krotokol. Is that the Dark Hunter?
Yeah, the Dark Hunter
I want
Krotokol.
Krotokol on there.
Okay.
I'm not doing this on purpose, I swear.
Sure, bro.
Kopaka.
No.
That one you did.
I see what you're doing.
Krika, Kraka,
Piraka. Krotokol.
Protocol.
I think it would be cool if you had a Matoran resistance
Karzani.
member. Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think
Karzani
he'd fit
wouldn't
on
make
a
a
Federation
good
of
teammate
Fear.
at all.
No. I think it'd be cool if you
No,
threw
he's
on...
the Vezon of our group.
Vezon's a pretty good teammate, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't. No, I'm vetoing Karzani. Bad.
Aw.
Karzani the plant.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I was talking about Karzani the plant. I wasn't talking. Let's throw
I
our
was
Taka on this
talking
team.
about Karzani, the guy.
Yeah, this guy's insane. He's not gonna work as a team.
So is Vezon.
Yeah, but Vezon is powerless and insane. And he doesn't have plans to rule the world.
Karzani is basically a god and insane.
Yeah, he's like top 3 most powerful beings in the world. It's not really something you want on a team that's led by, I don't know, Garen from the Matoran Resistance or something.
Fair enough, I guess.
Ooh, throwing a Piraka on there would be kind of cool. Let's throw Thok on there.
I knew you were gonna.
He would
put
be fun. I'd like to have Thok because he can
so
work
this
with
guy's
people.
like, oh, he can work as a team, and then puts Thok on there.
Thok could pretend enough to work as a team.
at least.
Avac I could see, and he would be super useful because they're going after someone like
Yeah,
Avac's
that's
an
true.
instant
Are we
win button.
removing Thok?
We're removing
Yeah, we're
Thok
removing
and
Thok.
we're
We're
replacing him with
AVAC.
Avac.
So that's 5 so far.
Okay, now wait. I still think we should put like Piruk from the Matoran Resistance because he's stealthy. He's small, so he
Dude,
kind
he's
of fit that
never gonna
Vezon
work with
slot.
these people. Never. There's zero chance.
They're forced to work together.
Akmu.
No. No.
Thomas says no, but there's a part of him that wants to say yes. I can
We already
see it
said
in his
Akmu
eyes.
for the one where they get turned into good guys.
That's true. That is
Akmu
true.
is just a slimy little weasel without Toa powers and no redemption arc, working with a group of criminals. Like, what would he even do? He'd just get smashed to a pulp by
He's
anyone.
the brains of the operation.
No, he's not. Akmu's dumb as rocks. He's a Pomatoran, and he's even dumber than rocks.
Ancient.
Ooh.
Okay, that would be cool.
That would actually be really heckin' sick. Ah, then who else could you even have? Kolarak. Throw Kolarak on the team.
Why are
Why?
you doing this to me?
Because he would be heckin' cool. Maybe he's one of the ones that wanted to overthrow Sidorak, okay? He's a schemer. And
I forgot Kolarak is the specific
Kolarak,
one.
He's
not
he's
Keelarak.
the named
Keelarak.
Yeah.
Kolarak.
And imagine they're all in a tough situation. They've been webbed up by a super spider, and then Kolarak comes in as a buzzsaw cutting all the webs, and they all cheer.
No, I'm behind it. I'm behind it.
yeah,
They all cheer.
Okay,
I'm
so
in
we
it.
have Krika, Kraka,
Kraka.
Kraka,
Toa Nui.
Kradakal.
Or Kradakal, yeah.
I'm just gonna get all the K's out of the way.
Uh-huh.
Kolarak. Then we had
Avac.
Avac.
But you
yeah,
vetoed Peruk, but we
added Ancient.
Ancient.
Yeah.
That's
So
a-
that's
I
only
feel like
K's
that's
and
a
A's.
pretty-
That's it.
yeah.
That's a pretty
It
stacked
also
team.
fits the power level pretty much of the. It's a little more powerful than the original Voyage or Federation of Fear, but I think it could do some work, and I think it'd be interesting. Who would act as the team leader? Because I'm thinking Ancient,
I would
perhaps.
agree.
I think
Ancient.
Ancient, maybe Kreka.
Kreka, no. Kreka's
Krika.
Krika could. I
Yeah.
could also see Kraka if she's like far in her redemption, but
Maybe.
no,
I don't-
she's a little too scared.
Yeah.
A little too whatever. Yeah, it'd be probably Krika or Ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of had like a Brutaka Spiria dynamic. So
Turns out it's actually Kolarak.
Korak's like, I got a plan, guys.
I love that Kolarak's on there.
I
That's
know.
perfect.
I can love Korak. Yep. So that's our answer to that question. Very good question. I
Yeah,
like
that was fun.
one.
I hope that was a satisfying answer.
Yeah.
Somebody draw our team up. I want to see it.
Kolarak front and center.
Obviously.
Okay.
No, I want Kolarak to also be like shrunk down so he's really tiny and they can like send him out into like tiny like little gaps and like spy on things.
But why is he tiny? Like
it would
normal
be
I mean,
spider
he's
size?
also
He can like imagine him like hanging out on like Ancient's shoulder.
like the beetle in.
Yeah.
Mm.
That'd
Dude,
be kind of sick.
I'm imagining now they go someone and to intimidate them, they put them in a Visorak cocoon. They're like, you're going to get mutated if you don't talk in 25 seconds.
Good.
That would be
That
cool,
would be cool.
actually.
Good.
Or they could like just, if he was like that smaller version, they could like milk him for like the Visorak mutation venom.
This
And-
is actually a surprise.
And then Ancient could put that in like a dart gun or something.
Minus Preka, this is a surprisingly stealthy team because you have Krika,
Who's very stealthy.
who's stealthy. You have Kraka, who
Who's
can
very
shapeshift.
stealthy.
You have Ancient, who's very stealthy.
Pretty stealthy, yeah.
You have
For such a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big guy.
you also. I guess Chronicle's not that.
He's not. Well, he has power over Shadow, and I
So-
think he can do. He would be stealthy enough. He could
Stealthy-ish.
pass for sure.
I mean, obviously Kreka is not particularly stealthy.
No, they would keep Kreka back on the
Yeah.
boat. Kolarak could be
Kolarak
pretty
could be
stealthy.
stealthy,
Yeah.
like
stealthy.
the Visorak.
So yeah, honestly, this is
And
kind
well,
of like
Avac, he doesn't have any particular stealth.
yeah, but like generally speaking, like it's a decently
Yeah, they
Stealthy.
could do
They
stealth
could be
missions.
an infiltration sort
Yeah.
of squad.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would
actually.
be cool. Yeah, I like that, especially with like Ancient being able to fly along with Krika.
Yeah.
Like you could have like the overhead team and then the underhead. Yeah,
right.
I think it could work. Someone write that story.
Wait,
get
so
on it.
Krika, Kraka, and Ancient can all just fly on their own?
Yeah. Well,
But
Ancient
Krika
has,
can't fly.
Krika can't
No,
fly?
Krika can fly.
No, he can't. He got mutated. He specifically cannot fly.
That's why he uses his mask of repulsion to repulse the ground and fly.
Oh, I totally forgot he had the mask of
yeah.
repulsion. Yeah.
That's his thing, is like he can't fly just with his mask because he's based like that. Yeah. So, and then Kraka can obviously fly if she turns into something that can fly. And Avac can fly if someone throws him really hard.
Which Hacken will oblige.
Yeah.
Or I think Kreka would be happy to.
And
shuck him.
Kolarak can kind of hover when he turns into a buzzsaw in the air.
Or if he's small, he can ride on the shoulders.
Where's he getting small from?
It's just cool.
I mean, in the scene that you see him, he looks really small compared to Sidorak.
I mean, because Sidorak's kind of huge, but
Yeah,
I know what you
but
mean. He looks particularly small.
there's weird scaling
I'm just saying
in
he
that
could be
movie.
shrunk.
anyway,
Yeah.
I think we've answered the question thoroughly, and we've
agree.
rambled on way too long.
Except there is one more thing that we need to add, and that is an impromptu community section. You are now entering the community portion of the podcast. In this section, we showcase some of our favorite creations from talented and passionate members of the Bionicle fandom.
Is this Mario ghosting?
No, this is the rodeo.
The rodeo!
Oh, yes.
Since it is an answer to our prayers.
Yes. We demanded the rodeo, and the rodeo gods cometh.
We didn't demand it. The people demanded it.
The people demanded
The
it.
universe itself demanded it.
We-
Mata Nui demanded
We
it.
the people, Jacob. We the people
We
demanded
the
it.
people of Mata Nui.
Because we are the people.
Anyway,
Yes, the rodeo.
We've said that someone should make Matoran rodeo mocks, and Gilded Hunter, who we looked at some of his builds not very long ago, it was during the Piraka. He came through in like 4 days. It was crazy.
Crazy turnaround
Crazy
time.
turnaround. So we just have to show these off.
Yeah, so we have a cool looking bull thing that is perfect rodeo bull riding height for a Matoran, which I really like, because you have to like giddy up onto it, but it's not like overwhelming where you have to like climb multiple body lengths to get on.
Quick, we need a name for this Rahi. Not from you, from the audience.
The Fader bull, the Artaka bull,
The Faber
the Faber bull,
The Faber bull.
Kano bull.
the Coney Rebu,
Let's just call it
Grieg Feber.
That's its specific. I was gonna say it's
That's
Christian name.
No,
but
that's its Colorado
that's a scientific
name.
name.
Yeah,
That's
that's
taxonomic name.
Is Greek
Feber.
fever.
Now, is Grieg Feber
It's
above or
Gregus-
crab?
Gregus feberus.
Gregus Feberus. Okay, Gregus Feberus,
Well, the
the
horns
bug
look
crab.
like pincers, so it's definitely a crab.
Crab. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a crab, and then we have a Matoran who is standing there, and I like the build of this Matoran. Nice height, nice build, and the little shield, Kolhi shield thing that he's using too.
I like the orange horns on Greek fever. It is very, very nice.
Yes.
It accents it quite well.
I'm
I
so
think-
sorry we named your creature Greek fever.
No, don't be honored, be blessed. But moving on, we have, I think the
This
star
is
of the
chibi
show
style Vezon.
Yes.
And
So
this
good.
thing is
Good guy Vezon.
when we got the email, I replied, I was like, this is both beautiful and cursed or something to that
Much like
effect.
Vezon,
Yeah.
it is cursed.
And I'm like, it's kind of terrifying and adorable. Oh, that's why I said it's adorable.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Like, most cute things are like, man, I don't want anything to happen to this. But with this one, you're like, I could stand something happening to this. Just
If
a
this
little.
thing got crushed by a Greek fever, I wouldn't be too
Yeah,
sad.
exactly. And then there's some more poses.
Yeah, the Matoran riding the bull, which I really like. It's like, woo!
I love
Going
that I can actually kind of see why the Piraka would have a rodeo bull now. Like, I'm not mad about
And
it.
also, I like to imagine that Vezon is acting as like the rodeo clown to distract the bull if
Right.
it gets too crazy.
That said, I will never forgive whoever came up with the rodeo bull thing for that. Because it makes literally no sense.
Because they weren't thinking of Greek fever when they made it. They were off on something else entirely.
But it's fun, and so
It is fun. We
and
give them
so
that.
I give him a pass.
Yep.
If you guys want to see more pictures, he has them up on his X account. So you can go to Gilded Hunter 10 on X and
Or look in the
see them
comments
there.
section.
Yeah, I will. I'll link this one below. All right, so we also have a few others here by Gilded Hunter, and you can find these all over on X. Let's see. So the first one is Ernak, the legend, the beast.
The Living Nightmare is what it's titled, so.
Oh, good point. That is a very good point.
Yeah. And
This
what's
thing
even
is-
crazier,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's even crazier is that he is a living nightmare in lore. Genius.
Brilliant.
Yeah. But this one looks like Cardis mixed with Irnak. which
it's
is very funny.
terrifying.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I like having like his
it's
head
very
like,
monstrous.
yeah, in the middle of his body, because it does give that squat sort of ear neck vibe as well as the color scheme, but it's
Yeah.
more like like you said, monstrous.
I also like that it's more varied too. Like he looks like when I think of a nightmare, I think of him being cobbled together, right? Like and not so cohesive because like strangely enough, the actual set is pretty cohesive for a Bionicle combiner, right? And so it's like this looks more like if you were having this terrifying nightmare, this is probably what it would look like. So
One thing
I like it.
Yeah, one thing I also really appreciate is looking at the last or one of the last pictures is instead of the actual spine piece, it's a bunch of gold pieces that look like the spine that go out. And especially the two swords that definitely give, it just looks very cool. And I like that interpretation of it.
Yep. It's very well done.
And I think my other favorite feature is the AVAC and Hack-In like mask just
that's what I was
and
gonna
this
point out.
hole just like attached to his arm. It's like, yeah, this guy does just murder people for fun.
He has what's the song? Cheap Thrills. He likes cheap thrills. There you go.
Yeah. So I think
I don't know if murdering Skakti is really cheap thrills though. Okay. Next up, we have. So this is a whole. The next 6 will be the Matoran Resistance, but as Toa. So he named them the Toa Voya, and so the first one is Balta, and I think as we go through, we'll discuss them each. But I think this is actually my favorite of the builds. The hunched. Again, that hunched look just works really well, right? And Balta already has that design, but translating it here into the Toa form, I think just still looks super good. And they're fun. They're like, they're cool. Well, in the case of Balta, maybe he's not so cool because he's in lava.
I think it's very hot, and he's also a red guy. Red guy fire.
That is true.
On the weapons are also very well done. Like holy moly.
Yep. And I just like the overall build, how like simple it is. It feels like it could be an actual set, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I like.
You wouldn't be surprised to see this.
The Metru feet. Those, I don't know what it is, but that's just like the capstone of, Bionicle could have made this.
Yeah. Yep, I love it. This one's, like I said, I think this is my favorite. So we're starting off with a bang here.
Yeah, and it's funny too, because like the way he's hunched and whatever also kind of gives off the impression like he could have just been, like if the Toa Inika were this design, I think they would have actually been cooler.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, let's move on to Piraka. So, Piraka. How is it pronounced? Piraka? I think was it Piraka or Piraka?
I don't remember.
It really doesn't matter, I guess, in the grand scheme of things. This one's, I like how different they are from each other. Like this one has an entirely different build. Like you have different ways that the torso is constructed, different feet, different hands, right?
Well, and I really like
the
Rakshi shoulders. Like that is so cool, and it looks like just like very form-fitting armor, which works for like a super stealth guy. I'm like, that is a crazy cool choice. And again, kind of that simple sort of low piece count design that I could see Bionicle actually doing.
Yeah, exactly. I think you pointed out something that's really interesting. Is it totally does look like shoulder pads, like armored shoulder pads, and that's kind of cool because like it's a really ugly piece on the Rakshi themselves, but here it looks quite effective.
Well, and also updating the Shredder Claw design to be like the 3 individual pieces is so cool. I like it because obviously it has to be sized up for him, and there's no like equivalent piece. And then of course it has the big Kongu feet, which I personally love. So
And
Yeah, this
again,
one's
the tying in the silver, like you still have the silver highlights that Kongu has to match the silver in the feet, which is smart.
Yeah, it's really
Very
nice.
good.
I'm excited to see what Dalu looks like.
So here is Dalu using Bordak staffs as weapons, which, we're not complaining about Bordak staff.
Holy cow. This is so heckin' cool, bro. Wow. The color scheme, first off, is amazing. Second, this looked very Hellrix inspired almost, right? It's got that the hunch look, the blue. So I like it for that. But it also has like menace and power, but in a very classic Bionicle way. Like this looks very like 2000 or like 2001 to 2003. I could see this fitting in.
Yep. Yeah, I like this one a lot. And I like so not only the use of the Bordak staff, but how like he connected it to the hands, because she has the clitorian hands and they don't fit with the Bordak staff, right? Mm-hmm. So it's a simple solution and it looks actually pretty normal. Like it didn't strike me immediately. I wasn't like, oh wait, that looks weird. Like it's a good solution to it.
Oh, and the another thing is that she has the Galak call shield, which again, blue. So just another little
blue water.
Yeah, water. Water means blue means water guy.
Yep. Well, water girl in this case.
You know what I mean.
All right. Next up, we have Kazi, who is a spear fisherman, an ice guy, I guess.
An ice spear fisherman. A spear
of ice fisherman.
Yeah. You do what you can. Anyway, I like the stick piece for him. And I do like the use of like mostly older or like Voya Nui parts for these. I think it fits really well, but incorporating like the new ones where it makes sense is also really cool. And the funny thing is, like he mentioned, that Kazi wasn't like hunched or anything. He just had stunted legs compared to the rest of his body. So that's why he looks like this. But again, I think I'm just going to have to rag on Kazi's original design because stunted legs is a weird look. Unless you're a good guy, then you get away with it. I do like having the Thok leg piece be like his entire torso. It does make him look very tall.
It is interesting seeing it there, though. You can totally see the difference between it and the white. Like when Thok's just Thok, you don't notice it so much, but now that like directly comparing it, it's very noticeable how gray it actually is.
Yeah, you're right. However, looking at the full like photoshopped picture, I do like how the colors blend with it. Like he looks very natural in that environment.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Very neat.
Well, moving on to Velika.
This one is also really cool. He has like this super powerful look to him that I think works really well for this style of character. Also, the coloring, like I know it's just gray and brown, but it looks for some reason way better. I think here's the reason. It looks better than it does on Anoa, and I think it's because it's broken up. Like Anoa is basically all brown. Like, yes, he has the gray undertone, but it's like everything's covered by brown. And this one, it's like there are just exposed gray parts, and it's like, that's nice. Like that has some visual interest. It breaks it up a little bit. So I think it works a lot better.
Yeah, I really like this one because I like that he's like strong, but not quite bulky. Like he is large, he is filled out, but it's not like Axon levels of just chonk, right? He still looks mobile. He looks like a buff normal Toa. He doesn't look like a buff Bionicle guy, is I guess how I'm trying to put it. And the Quake Breaker's also just sick choice of weapons. That's what I was
going to say. Yeah.
One of the best for sure. And the posability is very nice. And then of course, I like the idea of Velika. It's like if he became a Toa, he would get buff. It's like that's not a direction I thought I'd take, but it's cool, especially for a Toa whose like whole thing is, athleticism and so forth. So I like it.
Very cool.
He's a very great being, in my opinion.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Okay, now we come on to Garen.
Yeah, let's finish this off with Garen, or finish off the Toa with Garen.
And I like it. I translating the pulse bolt things to full-sized weapons was obviously like gonna be difficult, but I think it turned out pretty well. And I do like the posture on him.
Yeah.
Holy cow, what a crazy silhouette. Not necessarily silhouette, just shape. Like your eyes are like roaming up and down, like trying to find the center point, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's his head. And it's just, I don't know, it anchors it well. And the red eyes behind the mask is very cool.
Yep, I like this one. This was probably my second favorite overall. I really liked the weapon design. Like it's something about it is very striking and powerful looking and simple, right? Like if I had to like just summarize basically all of this, is that it's super effective because it's so simple. Like, and it's not like simple as in not well thought out. It's just reduced to the base components that need to be there to make it great, right? And so it's like, I think it works really well. And that's for the whole design, really. And I like that he has the almost like the waist articulation, right? Because we hardly ever see that on Bionicle. And so you could pose him in so many different ways, right? Like, and you can make him way more hunched if you wanted to, or make him stand up straighter. And it's cool. I like that. It's
it's a unique design.
Yeah. Very good.
Very cool. Very cool. You get an A+ from us.
All right, the last one. The last one by Gilded Hunter is Vezon and the Cardis Dragon.
Holy cow.
This thing is huge. Like, when I was looking at it, at first glance, I'm like, yeah, that's big. And then I started looking at it, and I was like, this thing is massive. Like, those are the power miner wheels used for its knees, right? Like, yeah. And that's like a total of maybe I don't know, 15th of just his leg in terms of height, right? Like,
this
is crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
But holy cow, is it heckin' cool. The Visorak head for the Cardis head just fits so well, and it has that right amount of like menace and whatever. The wings are heckin' cool with all of the blades, coming off. I just love the posture, I think, is my favorite thing. I like with a lot of these builds, I just like the way that they like hunch in all the right places, right? Yeah. And it's just, oh man, that awe-inspiring terror. Like it has that weight, like it actually feels like a massive monster, but still kind of like that lithe ability to like reach and grab and be aggressive and dangerous.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I've always liked when the little Visorak feet act as like the stabilizing toes all around the foot. Like Gladiator, the Dark Hunter has that, and I really like it on him too.
It's interesting the use of the Agori body too on the feet, to get like the middle toe and then the two side toes, and then you have a Piraka body on the backside to get the last two.
I just love all the piece usage on the legs, like the Thornax launchers, that little it's like the Metromatoran joint, the one that's like very curved, the orange one on the leg. Yeah. What is that called?
Yeah, like the Borak leg.
Yeah, the Borak leg, that's who it's from. Yeah, I like the Borak leg, the power miner wheels. Very cool. And then the tail having the Holly.
That's
Mari
the one I was going to point out. Yeah. That caught my eye instantly. I was like, oh, that's a perfect piece for the end of a tail.
Yeah, that's just a great tale and piece. So, yeah, that is so. Oh, and then if you look on Vezon's Staff of Fusion, he has the brown piece.
Yeah, I remember. I'm 99%. No, I'm 100% sure. We looked at his separate Vezon build a while ago. I guess probably during the Piraka episode. And I remember thinking, or I think we probably talked specifically about that piece because it's just, it's iconic and like just so weird.
Yeah. So these are really heckin' cool.
All right. And so for the last bit here, we have one last render for the Voya Nui series, and this is by Marrow Ghost, so this render is the entire Matoran Resistance.
So the Matoran Resistance redone. I like Piruk Visor. It's very RoboCop.
That is so funny. That was literally the first thing that caught my eye. I was like, wow, look at that mask. That is crazy.
He looks like a Battlestar Galactica Cylon. That's what he looks like.
He kind of does. You're right. He also is giving me like Coruscant clone or Coruscant guard vibes. Maybe that's not it. No, Helldivers. That's also kind of the vibe I'm getting from it.
I was going to say he looks like in the episode where Grievous blows up the power plant. All the guys who work the power plant have a similar design to it.
You're right. Yep. This one's really neat. I like that like some of the masks are similar and then some are actually like entirely different, but with fairly good reason. Like Balta's is a modified version of Vakama's Noble
Noble mask, which I think is really
Noble
cool.
How, yeah. Or maybe Noble Huna, not How. Yes. So I think that's cool. But then like Dalu's is just a slight variation. Well, no, I guess it's pretty different. But it is reminding me of something. Is it No Kama's mask that it's reminding me of? Like not No Kama's Toa mask. Her Noble.
Yeah, it is like No Kama's Turaga mask.
Yeah.
I know, because I was looking at that one. I'm like, it's getting close to it. I also like the feet being built, like obviously not with real pieces, but just as a concept, because like having the toe and like heel articulation is a cool concept to me.
I think the ones that are on Velika and Garen in particular are really cool. With like the toes, I like they look more like toes. Yeah,
I like.
You like Piraks?
Also like how the weapons are attached, like differently for all of them, but making like sense. Like Garen's especially having so much articulation at the hand.
Yeah,
so I think Pirak's Shredder Claws are integrated so well on him. Like in case we can talk about Pirak more, it's all about Pirak now.
Thank you, Marrow Ghost.
Thank you, Gilded Hunter, for giving us great joy. And letting us name your creature.
And thank you, everyone, for your questions. They were wonderful.
Yeah.
Excellent question.
Ask Bonko questions.
More.
We love answering questions.
We need to farm the heck out of this content.
We love answering questions as much as you love asking them, maybe. I don't know you.
I don't know. I think we like answering questions more than they like asking. I could stand a few more questions. But also, I got nothing. We won. We did it, guys. We beat Voya Nui.
Yay!
We survived. Nui.
I survived. Jacob died.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're not here with us anymore, Jacob. He went to meet the big Greek fever in the sky.
There's something so wrong with you.
That is so wrong. Funny, but wrong. Okay, well, I think to sum up our thoughts, we liked Voya Nui.
Yeah, it was great.
I liked it.
We're ready to move on to Mara Nui.
Yeah, Mara Nui's gonna be sick.
Oh yeah. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, Jacob's. He said, "Oh yeah," like he's gonna steal the moon or something.
I'm a little scared though because the technical section for this one is gonna go insane.
Yeah, crazy sets all around.
Yep.
But without further ado, good night, Metro Nui. This brings us to the end of today's podcast. If you enjoyed the discussion, please follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you like to watch instead of listen, you can also find us on YouTube. The Barraki Talk Show is only made possible thanks to viewers like you. Thank you.